four pillars, guys. Restoring the family as the centerpiece of American life and protect our children. Restoring the family as the centerpiece of American life and protect our children. That's number one. Number two, dismantle the administrative state and return self-governance to the American people. Three, defend our nation's sovereignty, borders, and bounty against global threats. And four, secure our God-given individual rights to live freely, what our Constitution calls the blessings of liberty.
Oh, yeah, we are back and we are live. Oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we are stoked. This is going to be a hell of a show. Strap on in. You know what I mean? Not to steal a book from, not to steal a page from Pro's book, but I do recommend if you got your beverage, crack them. And if you got your smoke, go ahead and don't be afraid. You know what I mean? It's time to get down. Ladies and gentlemen, to my right, the man with the plan, doing all he can. He's your friend. He's my friend. He rocks the party wherever he goes.
You better kill me. I'm going to be another rapper dead.
He does not hide it. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, DJ Protocol.
DJ Protocol.
Oh, you're on mute, brother.
I'm not on mute. I was just fucking with y'all.
Man, I'm
What's
feeling
up,
good,
y'all. Y'all doing? Yeah, you look like you're feeling good, man. It's a good Sunday, man. It's the 2nd of March.
Right.
We just started a new month.
And a good
Spring
month
on the way. Winter still trying to pimp slap us, but it's all right. We in here, man. We in the last month, the first quarter, man. So it's a new energy, man. It's going crazy.
And yeah, man, new energy, new vibe for America. There is so much going on, so much to get to tonight. But man, first I want to say congratulations on a great Friday night show. That was awesome.
Thank you.
That was pretty epic.
Far too kind.
If you guys don't know, he was with Shaka Shakur. Shaka is amazing in his own right. And it was really cool to see them talk, see them rap, you know. Pro has history. For those of you that don't know, Pro is not new to this game. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and by the way, shout out to everybody in the chat. Let's get that out of the way. Iron Bull in the building. Fuego in the building. Amy in the building. Pro dropping in the chat for all the working folks. For all the working people, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do. Oh, yeah. So anyway, sorry to get back to it. Man, for people that don't know, man, you've been in this a long time. You know, I wanted to just take this opportunity because it's hard to kind of, when you're doing your own show, to answer the questions about your history, right? Because especially when you do a show about current events. So if you could just kind of walk us through a little bit, man. I mean, you've been down since Trump came down the golden escalator, for those that don't know. And before, you've had pages, you've lost pages. You've had shows, you've lost shows. Walk us through just a little bit about the journey to get here, man.
Man. Damn near 20 years, boy. 20 years is a long time. 20 years ago, I was still in high school.
Yeah.
20 years ago, I was still in high school, but I was right about now will be like at the end of my junior year, getting ready for my senior year. You know, went to college in 06. started DJing. It just got a name. It was just easy. Like even when I was in high school, you know what I'm saying, I was FBLA president. I was a section leader in the band. Um, by that time, my uncle was mayor or had just been. No, he was mayor. He was mayor, and getting ready to end his terms or end his run as mayor. And so I was like kind of known, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm being modest, a little more than kind of, but you know, I was there, and then going off to school and just being a DJ and having that kind of collide into each other, like it put a lot of name and responsibility to the name and weight to it, man. Because like as a DJ, like this is the thing that I look at, you know, when it comes to, you know, podcasting or doing work and you know, making an impact on lives as far as like inspiring them to want to move a certain way or do a certain thing. Like as a DJ, I'll just start there. In the band, graduated from Beach High School. Anybody who know me or know about Savannah, know about Beach, know it's history. First black high school in Savannah. And if you know Savannah, Savannah's the original 13th colony. The 13th colony, the ones who bucked on slavery. That is Savannah. Like just that aura is just different. But anyway, going to Beach, we was one of the best bands. Like people, they had to come see Beach. Like Beach, Savannah High. Oh, they band there? Oh, we there. So it had already been there to be like a person that was revered and wanted to, you know, people wanted to see and wanted to see how they were being innovative and what they were doing. Um, you know, that expanded on being a DJ, as I was saying, like people wanted to see what type of mix you was going to put together, how you was going to control the crowd, what you was about to do. Like it was a spectacle. Like, yeah, we want to be there. We want to follow. Oh, he's DJing. Yeah, we have to be at that party. So taking that type of energy, cultivating it, you know, 2006, 2007, 2008, and then putting that same energy. Like I hear people say, you know, well, entertainers aren't leaders. No, some entertainers aren't leaders. Some leaders entertains. It's just their minds work a particular way. Think about how many pianists or string players that we've had that have been great leaders, musicians. Like music. Well, if you can handle music, it's always said if a person was in the band or a person was a musician and they were reading music, their mind operated, their grades were that much better in life. In school, if you looked at a band person's grades versus a regular person's grades, the band student 9 times out of 10 was always higher because like understanding, reading notes, knowing how to formulate the formula of the music as it progresses, it's different. So, you know, being that musician, being that guy, I was already like in tune with the politics and what was going on. And I just had a voice behind it, you know, and taking that voice, that sight that was being a DJ and saying, well, I'm leading you on the music. Let me lead you on this other stuff. Cause this was Obama, you know what I'm saying? Like 2000 into 2006 into 2007. We're going into the Obama era. Obama election came in 2008, and it was just tied. Like the millennials, you know what I'm saying, was really starting to move into real life, watching bills. We're at the end of Bushy Boy, and gas was stupid. Like, do you remember the gas prices in like 2007, 2006? You know, going to 2008, like whereas it was a recession, everybody broke. Shouts out to Jeezy. It was different, so we started paying attention and flipping the switch on for people to pay attention to that. And then Obama came in, and everybody was getting behind Obama. Like it built up a big name, it built up a rapport, like even more. So that was cultivated, that was made. Now, mind you, shouts out to Sis. Come back in here, Mike. I got to see if you remember. got to see if you remember
Oh yeah.
uh,
Talk to me.
Facebook, when it first hit on the scene, 2005, 2006, 2000, like for everybody. We know it was started in 2004, but if you know the history, I'm not even talking about the DARPA history. Let's just talk about the history that is Facebook. It started on a college campus, and then it involved other college campuses, and then it spread it. So it was a whole year where it cultivated. 2005, 2006 is where it was to those particular places, to those networks, the colleges, the high schools, the workplaces, but it was invite only. You couldn't go on Facebook and start a page like you can today. This was strictly somebody in that network, whether it was your high school network, your high school alumni network, or your college.edu network. And it really started with the college.edus, right? And then from there, they were able to say, well, if you're in college, then you graduated from a
University?
no. If you're in college, you graduated from a high school.
High school. Yeah. Well, sorry.
Graduated. Yeah, it's so good. It's all good. It's all right.
Like, what do you call college other than a college? My bad.
Yeah.
You're right. I was.
They graduated from a high school, and when we think about high schools, they all have notable alumni. Some alumni that graduate from high school and they don't go to college, but they become some amazing person. It's a network. Your high schools are a network. Go back and look into your high schools and see, what I'm saying, who may have been a product of that school. But anyway, Facebook started the high school networks, and then from the high school networks, you had college and high school. That was it. Then it was well, these people who are graduating from these high schools that are graduating from these colleges are now going and getting a job somewhere. So we're going to create a network for the people, in these different companies. Anyway, I studied, when I tell you I studied the fuck out of social media. I watched it come online, and it was because come on, man, I'm a MySpace kid, I'm a Black Planet kid, I'm a Yahoo Messenger kid.
You remember Periscope?
Periscope,
I love
bro.
Periscope.
Periscope. How about the Vine though? Do it for the Vine.
Yeah.
Do it for the Vine. But anyway, I noticed what I'm saying, how it was used to move people. Again, I'm talking about being a DJ, controlling crowds, moving people. I'm looking at social media and how it, moved people, gathered crowds. Man, we did something. I was at Albany State. Again, the beginning of Facebook, during that early cultivate in 2007, bro. We were on campus, bored as shit. It was just a random Sunday. And we literally was like, hey, we about to go down here to the practice field, bro. We about to have this all out Sunday fun day, field day. Spread the word. And bro, in the span of 5 hours, from thought to we're here, whole campus out.
Wow.
Whole campus out. And it was like, oh, okay, you know what? That's what this is. All right, bet. And use that to cultivate those people, move those people. We fast forward 2008, 2009, 2010. It's a long span. Same page now. People is just building. The DJ, you had your ups and downs. You throw the party. You're talking politics. You're showing people. It was a lot of us was new. I'm saying, we hadn't anybody in the chat. Mike, I'm sure you probably could attest. And this is somebody whose father was, whose uncle was the mayor in the city. Okay. Mayor in the city. I didn't know much about the political arena outside of voting for whoever you're going to vote for. And then I knew like the work, if you would, that was done, but I didn't understand the actual structure. Wasn't taught about the precinct chairmans and the county party and how the county party organizes on whoever runs for that local district's office or that area is represented when it comes to those particular parties. And I didn't know any of that shit. Even up through college. Now I'm going through college. I'm going to all these HBCUs. You got your Divine Nines. You got your your NAACPs, right? All these people who we see. When I say Divine Nine, that's the AKAs. Remember, so the pink and green, the Kamala is a AKA, all right? And they organize the hell out of them. AKAs, A5A, Alpha Kappa Alpha, Sorority Incorporated, KA side, Noops, the Kappas, Kappa Apple side, all everybody in the Divine Nine. So the Qs, all them. They're all these political people, but they're not even teaching their students or their peers, even the ones who are in it. They're not teaching them or learning about the precinct process. Like, none of that is taught to the people. What up, LS? None of that is taught to the people. So all we're told is get behind this here person, vote for this person. All we need you to do is just organize and go and vote. They ain't telling them about nothing else.
And let me ask you, at this time, this is probably, I'm going to guess, probably 18 to 19-year-old pro, 18 to 20-year-old pro we're talking here.
2021, because I turned, so I think 2008, I'm 20. I'm born in 88. All right. So any 8 is the 10, right? So so in 2008, 2009, like I said, I'm 20, 21, 22.
So if someone were to walk up to you then and go, "Hey, are you a Democrat or a Republican?" Would you have had a hard answer, or would you have said, "Man, like what would have been your answer?"
I was both, because my dad's a conservative,
right?
And even though I was around, it was a mixture of both. Like, I had to have the smart person. You wasn't finna see me vote for, what I'm saying, one of these trannies. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wasn't finna see me, and you wasn't going to see me vote for anybody who was a tranny advocate, or probably maybe not even really a gay advocate. But at that time, it really wasn't like, blah, bitch, you know what I'm saying? You better support me. Like,
bro, people forget Obama ran on deportation and anti-gay marriage.
Yep.
People forget.
Yep.
My man came out against gay marriage,
Yep.
deportation, and bombing the shit out of other countries, which they're on that now. But I'm like, seriously, people don't remember how much Trump and Obama are said. A lot of people won't like that, but a lot of their platforms were similar. It's what you win on because it's what the country wants. And Trump just isn't stupid. He's like, this is not rocket science.
It's not, and he's going to say it. He doesn't give a fuck who he offends, how he says some shit. And that's what, okay, so like, everybody, if you didn't know, now you're finna find out. This 36-year-old man who sits before you, voted for Obama twice. All right. First time on as Mike said, he ran saying the same shit you hear Trump say. That's what he ran on. So as a man, I'm like, bro, that shit
makes sense.
It makes sense. I gotta go with it. It makes sense. And that was that Kerry, or was that No Name McStain? Who did he run against in 2008?
2008. That was McCain.
2008. Was that Romney? No, that wasn't Romney, was it?
Hold on.
It had to. I'm looking now. Yeah. He ran against No Name McStain in 2008.
Yeah.
Ran against No Name McStain. I damn sure wasn't voting for No Name McStain. I was not voting for No Name McStain.
Fair.
Yeah. So I voted for Obama, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, hey, listen to what he's saying, y'all. And I was under the illusion, boy, we about to get a real nigga in office, bro. This man finna go in there and he about to kick these folks straight in the nuts, bro. Like, that's where we going with this. And it didn't happen. Again, at this time, I'm young. I'm 20.
Well, they had us all feeling like we were doing something. Shout out Jackson in the chat. We thought we were doing so. I remember bumping, Sublime in my Toyota, rolling to the voting booth thinking I was really doing something, and that's the brilliance of the PSYOP, in my opinion. It's like what they're doing with Ukraine now, but think they're really doing something.
Everything.
Yeah.
With everything now, not just Ukraine, just everything. And it sucks.
Yeah.
But it's what I studied. It was that power that I acquired, having those social medias and things, like, and seeing how they'll just chop you, bro. Chop you. Like they built you up. I'm gonna skip over everything. Like so I had these major platforms, right? X, or Twitter at the time. Again, I was a DJ. I told you all of this to say that I was a college DJ. So naturally, I had plenty of followers, right? I worked with some of the best artists. Like I had this was from 2006 to 2020. Imagine that. Think about that in your mind. To have them all wiped away for something as simple as, oh, y'all need physical proof to prove that there's election fraud. Fair enough. Free my dog Bill Cosby. Same energy, right?
Right.
That's all I put. Now, and I was like, it was just because Bill, they didn't have physical proof that Bill did anything. It was just the words of what these ladies were saying. That's it. Nothing more. No rape kits, no video, no tape, no nothing. No nothing. Just the words of them. And he was sentenced to rot in jail because this was November election. So he was still in jail for that. They fried me. And everything that I had, other than I did save. Now I did get smart, and I will tell this to anybody on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, wherever. In your settings, there's an area for you to download your shit. Make a habit of downloading your shit. If you have never done it, stop right now. Open your computer. This would be the best thing to do. Open your computer and go in your settings and click the download. Now it's gonna take a little second to get ready, but you'll get a notification, especially if you've been there for a long time and you've never did it. You'll get a notification. Go download that shit. Download your stuff and make a habit. Do it. You know, if you want to do it once a month, every 2 months, every 3 months, whatever it is, set yourself a mental note to download your shit. Because once it's gone, and they will get rid of you and stop you from being able to come back. And they did that to me, bro. Thousands and suppressed me when I came back. Like it took me a second to get new pages.
And then we got the shadow banning. Let's not even talk about that. You know, I'm still
the suppression is, they talk about voter suppression.
Man. That's I hope it comes out. I hope people get sued. I hope, but I mean, just look, we live firsthand that you know, suppression stuff for real. It's all good. It surprised me. It really did, because I tried to toe the line, but just speak the truth, or at least allow other things other than the narrative to come out. And they were like, nope, you are fried. So it is what it is. But yeah, that's amazing. You've had to fight back, but you are. And Friday night was awesome. We got this right here. This is a little bit of you guys. This, if you guys don't know, Pro has a show every Friday night called Friday Night Flights. Check it out on Rumble. Mainly, we encourage that, but it's also on X and YouTube when they don't fry it. But he had Shaka the God on, Shaka Shakur on Facebook. Great dude. He does his own lives regularly, live streams. Check it out. But this is just a clip I wanted to run of theirs. We're going to run a couple of clips and just talk about it. So check this one out.
What are we going to do with this voice? Why haven't you reached out to me? Why we walk past each other when I come in, you know, in town and everything? Walk right past each other. They know who I am. Walk right. So it's like nobody wants to meet in the middle because it's not.
Yeah, ain't no money.
Who's going to take it in?
Yeah.
They vacation money. Like, who about to take it away? Like, so everybody's getting paid, and you know, the Black community, we suffered, like you said, as far as the contractors. That's a huge thing that's going on where I'm from. A lot of the white contractors are taking over the Black contractors' jobs on the Black side of town. So if you don't, you know, they're not keeping tabs with which they're not educated on that. So they're supporting the mayor, and the mayor is backdooring them on the contracts. The city council is backdooring them on the contracts. And it's like, but you still support. So it's kind of like, it's a story about the wolf and the frozen sword.
This is what I wanted people to hear.
It's a sword that got ice on it, and the wolf, they put blood on it, and the wolf keep licking the ice and getting the blood. Then eventually, the warmth from the tongue, melts down the ice, and guess what? Now the wolf is licking the blade and is eating his own blood, thinking that it's tasting the different blood. So that's what they.
Okay, so first I got to pause right there and say, first of all, I thought I'd heard every parable, every wise story. That blew me away. One, I didn't realize that there were, white contractors basically back in with politicians to come in and assist in gentrifying neighborhoods. One, I didn't know that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You just think BlackRock, and it's my fault too, but you think BlackRock and you don't put together, it takes real people. You know what I mean? It takes human beings on the ground with shovels in work boots to make this stuff really happen. You forget about that. And then the story was so amazing. So you put a little blood on that sword so the wolf gets the scent of it. Then you freeze it and he licks that sword, getting that taste of blood. And then he's cutting himself. And that to me is the Democratic Party as a whole right now. But that was such a wise story and a wise way to put that, man. And I appreciate Shaka for breaking it down like that. And you had a little bit to add that was really good. I want to hit that.
Pull it back up. Actually, after the win, I've been really beating them up with. Back it up like 10 seconds. You're allowing this to happen. When you say you know better.
Voice. Why having support. So it's kind of like it's a story about the wolf and the frozen sword. Like it's a sword that got ice on it, and the wolf, they put blood on it, and the wolf keep licking the ice and getting the blood. Then eventually, the warmth from the tongue, melts down the ice, and guess what? Now the wolf is licking the blade and is eating his own blood, thinking that it's tasting the different blood. So that's what they're doing. Like, it's the same process.
There's something I've been just beating. I'm to the point now, like especially after the win, I've been really beating them up with. You're allowing this to happen. When you say you know better, you do better, and you don't do better, you're steady making these people's pockets fatter and their friends' pockets fatter, and you're suffering. And the only thing that changed is you just got more black, aka we gonna boycott. We gonna show them our black dollars on February 28th.
Okay, so I just wanted to pause right here because, and this is hard, but I had to make the decision to kind of allow two messages because there's so much in there. We could have done a 3-hour show just watching that show, right? So instead of doing that, I kind of had to go, okay, well, these are two messages in one clip, but they flowed. You saw how well that flowed into one message. That makes sense, and it's all kind of the same story with just different chapters, right? So before we get into the blackout and then, that kind of thing, I wanted to kind of get you to share a little bit about your thoughts on that and you dropping knowledge on these cats and how you were feeling, man, because there's a lot of feeling there. We could tell there was a lot of feeling there.
Man, it bothers me so much when there's an answer, like it's right there. It's right there. This rag is burning on the stove. There's enough of it for me to grab it, and I'm right next to the sink. I can put it in the sink. I'm gonna pour some grease on top of it because I want to make the towel wet. To put out the fire, right? I would have something to make it wet to put out the fire. But it's a pot of grease sitting right here, so I'm going to throw that on it instead of. And it's like, no. Do what you need. Do what you know you need to do. You know that you should not be voting for a Mayor Tiffany Henyard or a Mayor Brandon Johnson or Mayor Van Johnson. because they've showed through their actions of them linking up with contractors, giving them special jobs, giving them special Stacey Abrams and a nonprofit organization that's only been around for 4 months and had no more than $400 in their bank account before getting a $2 billion grant.
$2 billion.
Getting paid on the backside with these special contractors, these people who do things for them. It's in your face. Hey, maybe I shouldn't be voting for that person. Maybe I should vote for Miss Suzanne, who's running on, hey, listen, this is my city and I've been here all my life and I'm seeing what's going on and I don't really like it. I know it's supposed to be done another way. So I'm going to go up there and I want y'all to come with me. That my plan is to, I'm going to have, we got neighborhood associations. I'll have a meeting with every neighborhood association on whatever day we're going, and I'm going to disseminate this information because you're the ones who are right there who's supposed to, deal with these increased taxes and services that we're paying for, these fines that you may have to pay because we deem that your house isn't up to code because the paint hasn't been put on this house. You haven't had a fresh coat in almost 20 years. So we're going to charge you and put a lien on your house, and we're not going to help you take care of it. We just, you fucked up and we're going to tax you for it. Like, no, we don't want to do that anymore. We actually want to bring out these programs that's going to help you get your house into a position because we got block grants to help you elderly person or you down on your luck person to make sure it's taken care of. Now you're going to have to meet us a little bit, but we're going to help you so that we can keep the beauty. Right? Like, that's the type of person you should be. That's what you should be wanting to do and deal with. But you're not doing it because you're already fucked because you're a slave, you're a debt slave. Your rent is 3 times, you know what I'm saying, or 2 times what you're taking home anywhere. You're bringing home just enough to pay for rent and bills, and you're not really doing nothing else.
Yeah.
Right. So the fact that people are so broken off from that, and these people who just fall right in line with doing the bidding of somebody who then came and brought them hundreds of thousands of dollars, bitch, you do what I say and this will keep coming. You say what I say and this will keep coming. They go and do it and just leave the people fucked. They got to pay attention, man, to these fucking, I don't know, man. People got to be really, say you want to learn these civics. Like, you got to really, truly want to learn civics and actually get in. And if you won't do that, then I don't think you should vote. I believe there should be a test on motherfuckers that vote. And it's on the same level of a driver's test. Same level.
Yeah.
You go to the driver's test, you got to identify rules of the road. You got to be able to identify the signs. And then they put you out there on the road and see what you could do.
And I get pushback on this. I'm going to be honest. Because you've said before and you hold to it and I love it and you're 10 toes on it. But you're like, I really believe people should have to take a test before they can vote. And, I've heard pushback personally, you know what I mean? And whatever. And that's fine. That's fine. But I think it's important that people understand, what the power of voting really is. And most people don't. Most people think voting is one thing you do once every 4 years. And you know who the 2 guys at the top of the ticket are. And you don't know 80% of who you're voting for. And you don't know that there's elections annually in your community. They don't understand the power of voting. So, of course, they don't respect it the way you do. And that's something that I want to push back on folks on and go, the reason Pro says you should be able to take a test to vote is because voting is real power when you do it right and you're active and involved in your community. Because every single one of these dirty, evil politicians with the power you think they have only has it because they can get votes. Because at any time, if anybody can step up and go, no, me instead, and get more votes, they win. Most of the time. It's
No, that in the pure essence, that is what it is.
yeah.
If you you get the most votes, you win. Doesn't matter if they're votes that somebody actually walked in and pressed a button on, or some votes that came out that they fed through the machine, or
Yep.
votes that they already fed through the machine and fed through the machine. The fact of the matter is the person who gets the most votes wins. So when you understand that, you need to be the person who watching your vote and the votes that are coming in around your vote to make sure that your vote actually counted. You're not going to tell me that a neighborhood that has only 60 houses got 300 votes. You're not going to tell me that a post office station with the different mailboxes, we can go in and you can rent a mailbox, and there's no reason that any of those mailboxes, not one of those mailboxes should have a person registered to vote there.
Yeah.
Not one, because that is not where you live. There's not at no point do you lay a pillow down to go to sleep.
That the Doge Social Security list thing got me thinking about that. No one's put that together yet or said anything, but if you have that many people collecting Social Security checks who aren't alive, how many people are registered to vote?
How many of them registered to vote and have voted?
Because Social Security checks are way more tracked, and that money, at least somewhere, is being recorded. Even if it's fraudulent, it's being recorded. A lot of times, you don't need to show your ID to vote, right? So we don't know that Bob Smith said he came in and voted. So it's way less tracked. So there's an opportunity for way more fraud there. There just is, So, I mean, we know that because Elon stole the election. So, I mean, come on.
He's the real president.
Yeah, ask Zelensky about that. Oh, we're going to keep rolling right here. This is a good one. For all my white brethren out there, if you want to know what a wise black man is talking about right now, that you may not hear his voice, and him and pro wise black man as well. Here's them talking a little bit about
look,
DEI.
I defer. I defer to Big Bro, man. That's Big Bro. That's the great professor.
Well, both of y'all. But yeah.
And we had to admit that our parents, my mom, she was solid with the information, but our parents dropped the ball. They failed us. It's like, and I'm not going to exclude her. I'm putting all the parents in. I love my mama. I'm putting all the parents in. That generation dropped the ball. Our grandparents, they dropped the ball because they became comfortable after, the civil rights and everything. Like they thought they had achieved the final stage of things. And then it trickled down to our parents, and they was like, our parents didn't give a fuck. They was at biker Gucci backpacks, and they was acting the fool. Like they talk about us, our generation, and our parents was out there acting the fool. So we got the ball dropped, and then it's like all we had was politics, and it was like identity politics. So those identity politics didn't give us anything that was beneficial. They gave us, affirmative action, which was for white folks, the civil rights movement, which was for white folks as far as take away the black dollar. And then now recently we got this DEI stuff that people are crying about, which is not for black people. So what have we achieved that's tangible in the last, let's say, 100 years?
Don't ask about tangibles, okay? Because we'll worry about tangibles when they get in office. First, we gotta win, okay? And they want me to ask about some tangibles. We ain't gonna talk about no tangibles because right now we got to get them in office. Just like no, you're crying and you're allegedly electing them for tangibles. But then when they get there, you don't get no tangible. You niggas tangibly try to give you $5,000. Hey, boy, y'all niggas,
Right.
you know you overpaid on taxes, right? Yeah, boy, they was raping you, boy, and they was buying all kind of shit with your money. What we found out was to run the government like it's supposed to be ran and just do the stuff we supposed to do, we don't need all this money. Yo, we don't need all this money. So we're gonna pay some of the debt down. And
Right.
they tried to Trump literally, and his Doge people literally is doing what your mama do. Yeah, I done overpaid in taxes. I got my
This was
I got
brilliant.
my tax refund. I'm finna pay my bills down, and I'm finna take you to the store and go get you some clothes and some shoes.
Took me back to Midwest City, Oklahoma.
Literally what they was trying to do, and these people are fighting your mama to take you to get you some clothes and some shoes. Like,
Same shit.
how do we stand behind this when a dude lit it and it shows you for the again paying attention? It doesn't have to be Trump. It could be Montoya. It could be Beloved. It could be Beloved Cut. Just the ones who paying attention, be like, nope, I'm gonna go sit in that chair and make sure that the money don't get overspent and they don't run away with the check. All we're asking you as a person who say you want these tangibles to do is we can get the tangibles. It don't have to, any of us can go make sure they happen, but it's got to be enough of them to stand on their necks and stand up. Nobody goes to these city council meetings. No one goes to these school board meetings. So they're able to just push through whatever the fuck that they want to push through, because ain't nobody in their face. That's what scared the fuck out them people with January 6th, y'all. Them white folk went to DC and was like, nah, bitch, we know y'all cheated. Y'all better not put them through. And that's why the senators was like, oh shit, there's a bunch of people outside. Hell yeah, we gonna object to these votes. You never seen objections to the votes. You seen what's her name? When Trump got certified, Maxine Waters and Sheila Jackson Lee standing up in the well saying they object. Biden say, you got a senator? Nah, we ain't got no senator yet. You ain't got, is there a senator? No debate. Psh, psh. Sit down, bitch. No debate. You finally seen, after seeing all of that all your life of never seeing senators step up to debate when it comes to certification of elections, you finally seen the system actually play out where senators had the nuts to stand against the certifications and show that there was actual grounds to say, bitch, there may have been some cheating here. I mean, we got these motherfuckers on tape putting emptying the grocery bag with ballots. We got precincts.
And that's down there where you at?
Yeah.
Is she jail time? Where is she at? They gave her jail time. Or they gave her a little.
All right. We can keep watching, but there was just so much covered there. I mean, we went all the way from DEI and affirmative action to J6. You know what I mean? Like all in one clip. It was so good. Guys, I highly recommend go to Pros. If you're not watching on Pros channel now, Protocol on Rumble, on Rumble. Real simple. Just go to Rumble and type in Protocol. He should come up. And that's with him and Shaka. The name of that show is Where Two Are Gathered. Another thing he said in there, in case we don't get to it, because we do got to, get everything in.
We got everything to get in, right?
It was so important that he
deserves a special breakdown. We might need to do a breakdown episode.
Yeah, of the absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm down, man.
We gonna hey man, something special coming, man. Y'all think that was that was just a taste. That was just the first fusion dance, nigga.
Man, and oh, by the way, tell Shaka to follow me back on Facebook at least. If not Twitter. Man, either way, I'm good, Shaka. Come on.
He may be lurking, man. It may just happen. It may just happen.
I might just produce y'all show anyway. So, you know what I mean? Y'all always need a good white boy lurking. Everybody needs a good white boy.
Hey,
although I'm not a good white boy. Ask other white people. They are extremely disappointed. What are you going to do? So
that's what makes you a good white boy, because you got the other white folk disappointed. That's the white folk that matter. Are they
Right.
proud of you?
There you go.
The white folk that matter proud of you. The other white folks, shit, fuck them.
Right. That's fair. So, do we want to get into Blackout Friday, February 28th?
So funny. Yeah, man. Let's talk about Whiteout.
We talked a little bit about Blackout. What's funny is, man, let me just say this: as a white person that shops in the same place as black people, usually it's about half and half, or there's just no lack of people of color. You know, at the Dollar Tree I go to, the Walmart I go to. You understand? Any group of people that decide to stay home, we love that, right? It's like, oh wait. If it was Mexicans, if it was natives, because we got a lot of Native Americans down here. If it was natives, if it was whites, I would be like, that's when I'm going. If a chunk of people, if 25 to 30% of the people aren't going to be there, shopping's going to be lovely, easier, less lines, better parking. I'm in.
A breeze. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't give a fuck if a whole neighborhood decide, nope, I'm not going shopping today. Perfect.
Exactly.
Perfect. There's no greater joy than pulling up to the store at prime time and having a choice of 3 parking spots in the front. Do I want to be that close to the door? Do I want to be this close? Or is it fine that I'm right here? I'm still by the door. Like, there's no better feeling than that. And then you get inside and it's like, oh, it's nobody.
Bro, if I lived in Chinatown and all the Chinese people said they weren't going, you know what I mean, shopping that day, I'd be stoked, right? I lived in Hawaii where white people are the minority. And if all the, mainly, believe it or not, in Hawaii, it's Asian folk. But if all the Hawaiians and Asian folks said we ain't shopping today, that's when I'm going. You know what I mean?
I don't care who he is. Let's boycott every 229. Who's with me? Man, listen. I'm fine with a good placed, well thought out, and executed boycott. I am, excuse me, for the most part, have boycotted and is boycotting, in a sense, YouTube. I'm not putting any pressure myself into building a YouTube. I put it there for boomers, but I'm pushing for, Rumble and any other platform. I would love to be able to have my own servers, my own website that's going to drive people and control. I would love that. But I know that the people are slow. And you got to go to where they at. So since I got to go to where they at, then hey, look, I'll put it on YouTube. It's over there, you want to, because I know that's the app you have on your phone. But what I really want you to do is download this Rumble app. Now I really want you to do. I want you to follow me on Rumble, and then turn on the notifications, and then work your way over to it's like, you know what? Guess what, guys? All of us, we're going to stop looking at YouTube at this particular time and watching the show on YouTube, and we're all going to go over to Rumble. We're going to increase those numbers over on Rumble. Hey, guys, we're not going to Walmart to get our clothes and our food. Nope. There's going to be a pop-up. We're going to the pop-up, and we're finna go get whatever clothes or whatever food that we need from these people who are local vendors who source and grow their own stuff. Like, that's what we're going to do. We're going to just, like, there's no need for us to go over there when we can go and do for this and with this person. Yeah, we're going to go over here because this is better for us. Like, that's a real boycott. No, we don't need you anymore. You don't give a fuck about us anyway. I'm going to this person that I know that, does give a fuck about me, because if it ain't for me, then they asses wouldn't be selling it. Or, so yeah, I'm going to go over here. That's my boycott. Like, no, man, have that shit actually, like, be methodical in this shit. Don't be just saying it because, Al Sharpton stood up and said this in the Costco, and then these went out, and he said this at the press conference, and so that's why we gonna do it. We gonna do it one day. One day. But do you know what one day is? Do you one day? I know hurricanes that caused bigger boycotts than y'all in one damn day. I know hurricanes that had stores shut down, wasn't making no money for weeks and months. I know y'all talking about some y'all boycotting and we gonna show them our economic power. They can't make no money for us. I know hurricanes that done destroyed the store and all the product that they had to sell to make money, they had to get rid of and wait for some more to come in.
And you're just talking about the college football team. Because when those boys go at it, you know what I mean? They go at it. Speaking of that, man, y'all broke it down a little bit here. Here's some of Shaka's talking about it with you Friday night specifically on the Blackout Friday.
And you made the goddamn employees happy because guess what? They got the easiest day at work.
I'm sorry, I gotta back it up just a second.
Okay to go there, get all your stuff. You know, we'll keep licking the ice with the contractors. That's a huge thing that's going on where I'm from. They're not doing anything.
Like so, we are black folks saying, you know, since the 60s, 70s. All right, now we
boys. Why haven't you reached out to me?
A boycott.
It's not.
There it is. Boycott. Yeah, when you say boycott.
That's not a boycott. That's the say. They saving gas. They carpooling.
That's it.
It's not a boycott.
It was a fire sale right quick. One day, one good sale. Let's go. We know it's a holiday. Y'all just gave them a holiday. You know who you made happy? You know who you made happy? You made the owners of the businesses happy.
There you go.
And you made the goddamn employees happy because guess what? They got the easiest day at work. They motherfucking around, they pushing each other around the goddamn store and office chairs and shit because ain't nobody in the store today. We got a nice little holiday.
For that work at Walmart, they said we were still up in that joint. That we were still in that thing.
Yeah, I think it was in Wally World. It was in Target. It was in Family Dollar. These are all the places that I went. I purposely went just to see what the gas station. Let's go find out what's going on. And it's happening. Okay. All right. Cool.
All right. I just wanted to show that real fast, man, just because that was hilarious, man. I mean, for y'all to be talking about it, you know what I'm saying? My man Jackson makes a good point. Bud Light found out what an actual boycott can do, and he's absolutely correct, man. I was blown away by the hit that Bud Light took because, you know, it's a lot like YouTube in that they're everywhere. It's easy to get but, you know, it's Coca-Cola. So, and the fact that they took such a hit, man, and that comes down to somebody just deciding to go elsewhere. Just, you know, you want that Bud Light? No, I'll take a Coors. I'll take a Miller. You know what I mean? I'll take a Dr. Pepper over a Coke, whatever the case, man. And it's a game changer.
So, like, what I wondered when it came to Bud Light, right? Like, was because people said they were done with Bud Light. They really treated Bud Light like that ex-girlfriend that was an ex, but really wasn't an ex, and you know, you double back to. You feel me? Because, you know, Kid Rock came out. Yeah, man, we drinking Bud Light. You know, that was like, what? Was it just a spat? I thought y'all was done because, you know, they broke their morals and what you believe they believed in to chase this fucking rainbow. Motherfucker, they went Skittles for a second.
They did go Skittles. Zesty Bud Light. It was a new flavor. Zesty Bud Light.
It was so right. Like, I thought y'all were okay. We're back now. No, what about all the other beers that you were dealing with?
Fair, but on the other side of it, man. Okay, fair. And I see in the chat some people agreeing with you. However, okay, first of all, they went in hard and gave like, you know, 100 million or something crazy to UFC.
They did. Thank you. I still ain't fucking with you. Go ahead.
I know. And the dude apologized. The main dude. He was like, that was not our intention. It was a small, tiny thing. And I think it was timing. I think they suffered from the timing. So many people were ready to say F you to something. Yeah, they sponsored Shane Gillis, a very funny comedian. You know what I mean? So I think they realized they made a mistake. Look, man, we're in the Trump era, baby. You can make a mistake and come back around. You know what I mean? You have a Kennedy on the team. You have a Kennedy on the Republican team, baby. Look, the vice president, I can go back and him saying that Donald J. Trump is the greatest threat to America. Now he's the vice president holding it down. You know what I'm saying? We're in a different world. You can make mistakes and come back from them on our side, man.
That's the thing. It's not like Bud Light is conservative dad's beer, bro. It's not like they're conservative dad's beer. Bud Light is literally Diet Coke.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers was still drinking the red and white cans, bro. I could see if they didn't buy the red and white, didn't buy the blue, you know what I'm saying? Didn't buy anything that was part of Anheuser-Busch's portfolio. That would be a real boycott. But they literally just stopped buying a flavor of fucking soda.
Yeah.
They literally stopped buying a flavor of soda. They got other instead. They got other diet beers instead. And it was what it was. Like, nah, bro, fuck y'all. Y'all can, since that's the one y'all wanted to put on that shit, do away with it. Bring me something new. It's tainted. It's tainted. Be gone. Like that's what you don't have to. Come here, conservative dads. Let's partake in some spirits.
There you
Bring
go.
me some of your best ale.
Well, and I will say the good thing, one of the good things about that, man, is that it showed that it goes back to the Michael Jordan thing. Why aren't you involved in politics? Because Republicans buy shoes too. There's a point where all you got to do is nothing. All you got to do is go, okay, or be smart, know your market. You know what I mean?
Know your market.
Know your market. I hate black people, but I know my market. You know?
Do you now?
Wait, what? No, it's
do you now?
Oh,
I heard that a few times on
Yes.
the internet from
did you?
some old trolls, some old hateful people, some people
Yes.
that say they knew you, but I don't know because I've never seen it. But hey, who knows? Maybe maybe your clan hood is hiding in the closet. They say every white person has a clan hood hiding in the back of the closet. I haven't seen it, and I know a lot of white people, but maybe they got their Batman on.
That exactly. But yeah, no, that's clearly a joke. But the idea is know your market, right? Around to that. Know your market, right? So if you look and go, oh, okay, well, 80% of Bud Light sales go to sports guys in bars and at sporting events. Well, let's break down who does that. Are those flaming liberal transgender people with blue hair that go and see football games and Buffalo Wild Wings? You know what I mean? And I'm not putting that up on the screen, Jackson.
Look, I'm glad. Look, you know what? I'm glad that you have finally learned some restraint on putting comments on the screen. You don't have to put every comment on the screen.
I don't.
And I'm glad you found your restraint today. But God damn it, Jackson, you almost made me spit water all over my shit.
He's funny, man. He's a funny dude. I think he's retired from stand-up. We did a few shows together back in the day. So I think he's retired, but he's always been a funny cat, man. He's one of those cats, man, that I think he's like turned out to be like happy family, healthy dude. And if you would have put money on the crew back in the day, not him. You know what I mean? I'm like, he's gonna die in a bar fight. Yeah. he's more back then you would have bet he was gonna die in a bar fight. And now he's like, put it all together. So shout out to that.
Up, man. That's a blessing.
Yeah. It's still a funny cat. Asshole, but funny. Anyway.
Hey, man, he's all right with me, man. I've been watching him in the chat. He is all right with me.
Exactly. Gotta be careful. Speaking of assholes that we like, bam. You know what I'm saying? Let's do
Is it
this.
that time? Is it that time?
Everybody been waiting right on the hour. Let's go. All right, y'all. We're gonna watch a little video. Strap in, grab your soda, enjoy it with us. We're gonna go ahead and watch the whole thing, and then we're gonna break this down. For those of you that have been under a rock, you know what I mean, and don't follow any news. Vladimir Zelensky of Ukraine, president of Ukraine, came to the White House and he had a little conversation with J.D. Vance, our vice president, and Donald Trump, and it did not go well. So we'll let you watch it yourself. Check this out. This is the full, basically 11 minutes. We'll break it down, but, I wanted it in its entirety because that's what we do here. We tell the whole story.
What's your message for them?
Well, if I didn't align myself with both of them, you'd never have a deal. You want me to say really terrible things about Putin and then say, Hi, Vladimir, how are we doing on the deal? That doesn't work that way. I'm not aligned with Putin. I'm not aligned with anybody. I'm aligned with the United States of America and for the good of the world. I'm aligned with the world, and I want to get this thing over with. You see the hatred he's got for Putin. It's very tough for me to make a deal with that kind of hate. He's got tremendous hatred, and I understand that, but I can tell you the other side isn't exactly in love with, him either. So it's not a question of alignment. I'm aligned with the world. I want to get the thing set. I'm aligned with Europe. I want to see if we can get this thing done. You want me to be tough? I could be tougher than any human being you've ever seen. I'd be so tough, but you're never going to get a deal that way. So that's the way it goes. All right, one more question.
Hey, I will respond to this. So look, for 4 years in the United States of America, we had a president who stood up at press conferences and talked tough about Vladimir Putin, and then Putin invaded Ukraine and destroyed a significant chunk of the country. The path to peace and the path to prosperity is maybe engaging in diplomacy. We tried the pathway of Joe Biden of thumping our chest and pretending that the president of the United States' words mattered more than the president of the United States' actions. What makes America a good country is America engaging in diplomacy. That's what President Trump is doing.
Can I ask you?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Okay, I just want to hit a pause real fast right there and just say you can tell JD's already mad. JD's already like, we have been dealing with this fucker for hours and he's tripping. and what people no one ever thinks about the back end, what went on beforehand, right? So Trump is the boss, right? You're JD Vince. Be JD for a second in your mind. You're like, okay, this dude keeps talking shit to Trump. Does he not know who the hell he's dealing with here? Like, this is Donald Trump he's dealing with here. And you're like, okay, man, no, it's cool, bro. And I'm trying to keep it together because you keep talking shit to my man, and it's not going to be good for you. And I am trying to work this out and be the go-between guy and Mr. Cool here. That's what JD was doing in this situation, in my opinion.
Yeah, he was definitely letting his shots off, you know what I'm saying? Because again, like people, like it says full video, right? It says full video. But let's be honest, people, as he just said, there's a whole back end of conversation. The way that the question even started with the person in the press, you know that wasn't hey, he just walked in the Resolute room or the Oval Office and sat down and said, like, no, we've been here. It's like, all right, now come on, bring the press in here. Let's go ahead and answer a few questions and let's kind of cool down with what the hell is going on in this room. And he was in there, like he said, he was in there talking shit, and you can't, Trump, my man is a deal maker. He's the king of the deal, right? We all know that this man is Mr. Art of the Deal. Make things happen. He was praised for that. Now put him back. I want to point out something. Put us back up there. I want to be able to. There we go. All right. That's Trump and Zelensky. All right. Look at their faces. Look at their faces.
Exactly.
You already know, as we go further into this, you're gonna hear Trump be like, yeah, that's why I let them stay in here for as long as I've did so far. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is a reason, because my man was really like, listen, dog, you gotta calm down. You gotta calm down, and we can't, nigga, cooler heads prevail. You want a nigga to be tough? Bitch, y'all niggas know I got some weapons I can unleash on your ass. And I press the button and let all them y'all already said I'm crazy. I'll let all them motherfuckers go. I'll be the toughest motherfucker you ever seen. But I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to save the world. I'm trying to save Europe, because, motherfucker, if all of us are spending money and going into debt to fund this shit for you to go against Russia, and they ain't gonna stop. Correct. Nobody looks at the area, first of all, let's just be real. Ukraine was fucking Russia. Ukraine was Russia. In some of our fucking lifetimes, some of us watching this stream, in our lifetimes, Ukraine was Russia. Go look into that. So if Russia finally say, okay, you know what, man, we going to get our shit. We know that shit valuable. Europe, the only reason that shit ain't our shit no more. And nah, fuck that. Nah, fuck that. I'm going back to reclaim, and we gonna get back to right. Damn, them niggas, we let them niggas play country for a little while. They ain't no man, fuck that. If they able to hold their own and keep it, then hey, look, whatever. But if they can't, bitch, that's ours again. I mean, that's literally the game of the world. That is the world. Guys, if you never fucking watched Game of Thrones, I suggest you watch it. It's fucking awesome. You'll get a little understanding of what the fuck is really going on. Get past the crazy shit. There's definitely going to be some crazy shit. Get past that and just look at the ultimate moves of it all. It's the same shit. It's the same shit. If Mexico ever got the nuts and felt like they could reclaim California and Texas and Oklahoma and whoever else was a part of, if they feel like they can, because they want to come back and get what was theirs. I mean, technically, there has been treaties and shit moved, but it is the way of the world. And if they decide that they want to come back hundreds of years later and say, "Bitch, this is mine," and they win, they fuck it.
Yeah, let them try.
Exactly. Like, that's what I'm saying. Look, bro, I'm not advocating for the loss of us. I want to see us kick some ass. You feel me? But like, if they get the nuts to say that that's what they're going to do, then that is the game. Look, bro, that was done, bro, in the 50s in America on a smaller scale, and in the 40s, that was literally done in America to people.
Yeah.
You got till
right.
sundown to leave this motherfucker, or and nobody batted an eye. Not saying that is right. I'm just saying that,
well, and that's,
it has been done.
Oklahoma land run. People don't understand how this became a state. I mean, it was one of the last full Indian territories, right? And then basically, the cartels show up, they can have Lawton. I think they already have Lawton, Jackson. I think that's already cartel. We've just conceded. Because, I mean, the locals in Lawton, I mean, let's not, they're really just a public expense at this point, man. So anyway, Lawton, look, man, you don't know. Okay, there's a town in Oklahoma called Lawton. And in fact, that's where Jay lives, by the way. Shout out Jay Peasy, Jay Pylon. Anyway, Lawton's the kind of town where you have a shopping center. And in the shopping center, you have a plasma donation. You have a CC's Pizza. You have a weed shop and a secondhand thrift store and a check cashing spot. Legitimately. And a homeless encampment across the street from that shopping center. And I mean, that's look, Lawton is also Lawton, no diggity. You can look this up, Google it. The most weed stores per capita. So the most weed stores per capita of any place in America, in the entire country. There are more options, retail offerings for weed than anywhere else. All the shit you need. You know what I'm saying? So I love going to that CC's because it makes you feel like a king. You know what I mean? It's like, this is how rich people feel when they watch me eat at Chili's. Like I could just eat right. I would get a seat right at the window where I'm looking at the homeless encampment and the people going in and out of the plasma center with my,
crazy.
Triple cheese pizza. Like, aha. Anyway, sorry.
That's crazy. Funny, crazy. Nah, my CC's it's in a shopping plaza, but it's surrounded by TJ Maxx. It used to be a Toys R Us over there, a Marshall, some shoe stores, and the hibachi place across the street. No check cashing. It's in the middle of the city. It's funny, but it's nostalgic for me. CC's.
Yeah, I miss CC's
when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? I am younger than some, and so it's a different experience.
I'm 28, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh man, so you 28? You didn't even get the experience the good CC's, bro. The good CC's when they had the big screen TV.
Yeah,
you're young at 28. There was a big screen floor model TV, and the shit used to have a Cartoon Network. Yeah, That's when CC's was that jug.
I remember they had good bacon bits on the side. Look, when you're at CC's, you're trying to find any gold, you know what I mean? And they had great bacon bits off the salad bar. Legitimately, I remember that. That's one of the reasons I looked there, and I could also afford to eat food when I went to
that.
CC's.
That if we're gonna talk about that one thing, that one jewel, that their jewel was those goddamn little cinnamon rolls.
They did have them good. So yes,
that was the jewel.
Because they never skimped on that icing is why.
That was the jewel.
It's just me, says Vance, Altus, and Tinker. You are correct, sir. And Tinker is very special. If you don't know, my grandfather actually retired out of Tinker Air Force Base. I was born and raised in that Midwest city area. And yeah, man, I know Tinker very, very well. I grew up in the shadow of that Air Force Base. It's funny because people would come visit and they would freak out at the planes. That, because you would just hear planes 24/7 growing up there. Just, they had B-1 bombers and all that's there. So anyway, yeah, man. Blah, blah, blah. But let's get back to the heat. Sorry about that. I was just thinking, I wanted to point out, if you're JD Vance, look at these two guys, right?
Yeah.
You're JD Vance looking there at these two guys. You know what I mean? Like this, knowing the power, knowing that millions of lives are, between these two guys getting along. And that's what you're looking at. And we'll go there. So that's very cool. Heck yeah, it's just me. We will talk more about that. Heck yeah. All right, let's go.
He occupied our big parts of Ukraine, part of East and Crimea. So he occupied it on 2014. So during a lot of years, so I'm not speaking about just Biden, but those time was Obama, then President Obama, then President Trump, then President Biden, now President Trump, and God bless, now President Trump will stop him. But during 2014, nobody stopped him. He just occupied and took. He killed people. You know what the contact
2015.
2014.
2014 and 2014.
2014.
Yeah. So
I was not here.
Yeah, but
That's exactly right.
Yes, but during 2014 till 2022, the situation the same. The people have been dying on the contact line. Nobody stopped him. You know that we had conversations with him, a lot of conversations, my bilateral conversation, and we signed with him, me, like a new president. In 2019, I signed with him the deal. I signed with him, Macron and Merkel, we signed ceasefire. Ceasefire. All of them told me that he will never go. We signed him with gas contract. Yes, but after that, he broken this ceasefire. He killed our people and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
Pay attention. That part's going to be very, very important in a minute. The conscription, that's a big deal we're not talking about here.
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless. God bless. You will not have war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem.
Pause
don't
that.
tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're no
You have nice ocean and you're going to feel it. You have nice ocean and you're going, what are you talking about?
What are you saying right now?
What are you saying? Is that a threat? Is that a threat? Like, that's what people are like. And that's what made 45, 47. If that
45, 47.
that's what make him say what he's saying. You just threatened us, motherfucker. Now it's go time. Go time. Bitch, you ask us, you ain't got nobody to fight your fucking war. And you want us to give you more money? You want us to give you more shit? You don't even know where the shit we sent you the last time at.
Yeah.
We find this shit on our border in the fucking hands of the cartel. You telling me you ain't even got half the money. Wait a minute. You want me to send more? We don't even know. You don't even know what's happening to the other. And this shit ain't just beginning Ukraine. Y'all been losing billions and billions and billions of America's dollars for years. There's a special. It's a chalkboard special from Glenn Beck. Just go on YouTube. Type in Ukraine, US dollars lost. It'll pop right up. They've been losing billions for years. And he did that chalkboard special back when Trump was in office the first time. And he went all the way back, all the way to the beginning of the war. And he came on up. Motherfuckers that was business partners with fucking Biden in them, chopping motherfuckers up with chainsaws and shit.
Yeah.
Getting prosecutors fucking fired and shit because they looking into this motherfucker. And you what? You what? You want me to give these motherfuckers what? This motherfucker used to be a goddamn actor.
Has anybody, you know what? That Jeffrey Sachs, I have not seen the Jeffrey Sachs. I, have seen the Dave Smith breakdown. Shout out Jackson for bringing that up. And Royal, we trying to stop war. He wants another big check. Absolutely. It's just me. He called Vance a fucking bitch under his breath. He did. And what is it? Rust? I think the video game Rust has it. So, and it's in, Russian, but he basically said that to Vance under his breath. So, yeah, no respect, meaning no respect, you turd. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's I absolutely agree with you there, man. So much good stuff. But yeah, the breakdown here, it's so much deeper. It's so much deeper. It's been a decade. Also, the U.S. is in a FAFO. Here's what we are not putting together. This is the ignorance of the American public, right? That's how you get rich. That's how you make it happen. You lie. You tell people, well, he's thinking this, and so we've got to be like this. Instead of asking him what he's thinking, I know people whose entire industry, their entire career, their entire following and listenership and subscriptions are based on them telling you what other people think and why you need to feel because of how other people think, and never talking to those people. But regardless of that, this is the frustrating thing. How is no one putting together? This is the same country where we have Biden on tape going, I'm not giving you $500 million unless you fire a guy at a company investigating corruption. Now, the cool part about that is my son is on the board of this company getting hundreds of thousands of dollars a year using Air Force Two taxpayer money to fly back and forth. This is the same country. Look into Fauci and the fucking bio shit we were doing there, guys. This is not so cut and dried. Also, look into Ukraine denying water to Russian people and annexing people. Look at Ukraine. You know what, man? That's I've been trying hard not to go on a rant,
man. It's a deeper story, man. That's one thing. Like one of the future shows with Shaka, I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna throw maybe little questions out there, but I'm gonna let him and the Muffin Man, they gonna go ham on Ukraine. These boys been following Ukraine. They was following in 2014 and 2013 and 15 and 16 the whole color revolution and shit that went through Ukraine.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all there. But
Man.
that's the problem. They got everybody focused on this meeting.
Yep.
And anybody who says I stand with Ukraine, what you're really saying is I stand with murder. What if Ukrainians don't want this? Stop. We're going to get into this. I wanted to finish this. I got a whole thing to say, but
let's
yeah.
go.
Here's where it starts to get heated. Now, when Trump has to jump in because he feels like Zelensky is being a dick to J.D. Vance, you know it's off the rails officially.
Position to dictate that.
That's
Remember
exactly what
this.
you're doing.
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very
you will
good.
Feel influence.
We're going to feel very
I'm
good and
telling
very
you,
strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed
From the
yourself
very-
to be in a
from
very
the
bad
very
position,
beginning
and
of
he
the
happens
war.
to be right about
From the
it.
very beginning of the war.
You're not in a
Mr.
good
Brown,
position.
I
You don't
was-
have the cards right now. With us, you start having
not playing
cards.
cards.
Right now, you don't.
I'm
Yeah,
very
you're playing
serious,
cards.
Mr. President.
You're
I'm
playing
very
cards.
serious.
You're
I'm
gambling
the
with the
president
lives
in
of
war.
millions of people.
You think-
You're gambling with World War III.
What do you
You're
think about?
gambling with
What do you
World
think
War
about?
III. And
You-
what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country.
I'm
That's
with
back
all
to
respect
you.
your
Far
country.
more than a lot of people said
I'm very
they
respect.
should have.
Have you said thank you once this
A lot
entire
of
meeting?
times.
No, in this
Even
entire meeting, have
today.
you said thank
Even
you?
today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of
Oh.
appreciation for
What-
the United States of
what are you
America
speaking about?
and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, you
He's
can.
not speaking loudly. He's not
Yeah.
speaking loudly. Your country's
Can I-
in big
can-
trouble.
Can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No.
Can
You've
I
done a lot
answer?
of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not
I
winning.
know.
You're not winning this.
I,
You have a damn
We-
good chance of
we are
coming out
staying,
okay because of
Mr.
us.
President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
You haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet,
You
and
haven't
not
been
only
allowed.
in this
We
cabinet.
gave you through
I
this
said thank
stupid
you.
president $350 billion.
You voted
We gave
for
you
your
military equipment.
You
And you
voted
men
for
are
your
brave,
president.
but they had to use our military.
What about West?
If you didn't have
You
our
invited
military
me-
equipment,
You invited
if
me
you
to
didn't
speak.
have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3
okay?
days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days, this is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks, of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this. I
Again,
tell
you
you.
just say thank you.
I said a lot of
except
times
that there,
thank you
except
to
that,
American people.
except that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on
I
over
understand,
there.
sir.
I think it's
I
very
understand.
important. That's why I kept this going so long. You have to be thankful. You
I'm-
don't have the
I'm
cards.
thankful.
Nice.
You're buried there.
I'm-
Your people are
I can
dying.
tell you
You're
again,
running
I
low
know.
on soldiers.
Don't-
Listen,
don't, please,
you're running
Mr.
low on
President.
soldiers. It would be a damn good thing.
Mr.
And then
President.
then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go and I wanted this. Look, if you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop
Of course,
getting killed.
Of course
Yes.
I want to stop the war,
But
but
you're
I
saying
said,
you don't want a
But I
ceasefire.
said to you,
I want a
with
ceasefire
guarantees.
because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That
It
wasn't
doesn't
with
matter
me.
for you what.
That
what
wasn't
this
with me.
means. It
That was
wasn't
with
you.
a guy named Biden, who was not a smart person.
This
That
is
was
your,
with,
this
that was
is
with
your
Obama.
president. It was your president.
Excuse me. That was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins.
Boom.
You got to be more thankful, because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards. But without us, you don't have any cards.
One more question to my.
It was that face I wanted you to see right here. It was that face that Zelensky made right there, where he realized I have just lost. There's that face of I am so mad, yet I have no cards. He just, you know what I'm saying? Get down or lay down, as 912 says. Shout out Royal. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly it. You know what I mean? Look at that. I saw that face, and you know that face. And that face is I am angry, but I can't do shit about it. I have overstepped. I am stuck in a scenario I don't want to be in. Somebody help me get out of this. You know what I mean?
Help me, please.
That's
Help me,
true.
please, somebody.
Yeah, the head Ukrainian ambassador, who, as most people know, deals with us more than actually Zelensky does, had her face in her hand the whole time, like, oh, Jesus. So, yeah, man. Oh, I just wanted to show you that face. We're almost wrapped on it. Let's
You don't have any cards.
One more question to Mr. Vice President. I'm sorry.
It'll
Here.
be a tough deal to make
Um,
because the attitudes have to change.
what if Russia breaks ceasefire? What if Russia breaks peace talks? What do you do then? I understand that it's a heated conversation right now.
What are you
but
saying?
what
She's
if
asking,
Russia-
what if
if
Russia
Putin
breaks the
breaks
ceasefire?
for the
What if anything? What if a bomb drops on your head right now?
But they have
Okay?
broken the
What if they
ceasefire.
broke it? I don't know. They broke it with Biden because Biden, they didn't respect him. They didn't respect Obama. They respect me.
But all-
Let me tell you, Putin went through a hell of a lot with me. He went through a phony witch hunt
Wait a minute.
with a
Wait
youth.
a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Do you have the little button that just says 10 seconds? Scroll up to the middle. Do you have just a smooth? No, I don't see it. Oh my gosh.
No, not on this
You
one.
need
I'll
to-
go back.
Double no. Okay. No, it's a face that he makes. Watch Zelensky's face, y'all.
With me. He went through a phony witch hunt where they used him and
No.
Russia.
No, back it up.
We're gonna go 8:30 or 8:40.
Biden, they didn't respect him. They didn't respect Obama. They respect me.
Watch his face.
Let-
Yeah, well, he's
He's not wrong. We treated Biden like an idiot. I was able to walk up in here and say this shit under Biden and get away with it and walk out with money. But I tried this shit now and look, y'all, like this shit ain't working.
This shit ain't
You know,
working. Well, he's not
we-
wrong.
We will be going back to the drawing board. You know,
No,
what I'm
no,
saying?
not even that. He was like, listen, Russia, Trump was like, he's like, they broke the ceasefire. What if? Motherfucker, what if? If it did, we'll find out. Look, they broke it with Obama because they knew Obama ass wasn't shit. They broke it with Biden because they know Biden ass wasn't shit. You know who they didn't break it with? Me. Because they respect me,
Exactly.
motherfucker.
As Amy puts, Zelensky thinks he's the shit, and he's not even. Why'd you put that out there anyway?
He's not even
Yeah.
a fart, bro. He think he the
He's not
shit. He
even
not even a fart.
So, Ukrainian diplomat, yes. It would get down or lay down. I appreciate that. You know what I mean? Trump started speaking like he wasn't even there because you have to, and you're right. You know,
Yep.
this
Yep.
made me happy. What blew me away is how upset people are getting. It's like, no. Do you not understand how this works?
No, they
This
don't.
is the most powerful man on the planet with the largest arsenal, military, and natural resource access, with the most powerful currency on the planet, with the smallest population comparatively.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, and you've been living off this man. You've been depending on this man for everything. You better put some respect on his name. You
respect on his
already
name.
know, you know.
But you don't have to take my word for it.
We don't want to hear what if shit. Yeah, what if he doesn't? What if? That's their whole argument, bro. The entire argument is what if? What if Putin decides to, eat babies and we can't stop him because we come to a ceasefire? What are you talking about? You ignorant. Anyway, sorry, man. So Russia has you know what, man? They say they do. I haven't seen it. Have you seen it? I question whether nuclear weapons even exist at all, but that's a whole nother thing. So anyway,
So
if I wanted to
what do you
control a
say? I
population,
think. I mean, yeah, right. If I want to control them, that's how control them with fear. That's the biggest thing. But bigger than who? Bigger than U.S. I don't know. Debatable. Bigger than Ukraine? More than likely. Yeah. So but let's just be real. Do they want to risk because they want the land? They want access to the port. It's the bread basket. They want to use it. They want to grow food. They want to dig for the rare earth minerals. They want the land. Why the fuck would they bomb the land? Russia wouldn't want to fucking nuke the land. They don't want to nuke the land. Russia really don't even want to bomb the land. They just fighting against whoever soldier on on opposition. And okay, that's cool. Listen, we ain't gotta be on opposition. We can fucking sit down and talk about this. You know what? Guess what? I ain't never liked these Ukrainian motherfuckers anyway. Bitch, we speak Russian at home anyway. What's up? What we want to do? You want okay, cool. We gon' We can run for office here. We can be in office here. We can be the ones in control of what's going on over here. That's what we do. We can live our life as normal. It's just now we've got the backing of the Russian government. Oh, okay, cool. Fuck it. These motherfuckers over here corrupt. It looked like it's better over there. Y'all got clean subways. Y'all niggas got clean streets. Y'all, okay. Well, shit, fuck it. Then let's man, look, man, shit.
Shit. Yeah, most are estimated to be in Russian-controlled territory. Absolutely. Well, and not only that, man. Think about this. There was the Nord Stream 1, and then they built the Nord Stream 2. We blew up the Nord Stream 1.
No, I think we did, but I think Ukraine did. I think Ukraine. Remember when he started what sent Trump off the rails?
Well, the story is officially that a tactical, like, special forces team from Ukraine with U.S. assistance went in and did it. That's the official story.
I know that's the official story. I was just saying, for once.
You're like, I was just speaking the truth. Look, we don't speak official stories here. We speak truth. Sorry.
I wanted the regular people to feel smart for a second. I didn't. It was. We know that Ukraine blew that motherfucker up with help from the United States, man. That was with Biden and them. Okay. Now, who's to say that? Hey, motherfucker, you forgot we blew up that motherfucking. Y'all got some pretty ass oceans, but you gonna feel it, nigga. You gon' what? We gonna feel what? You ain't got the cards, niggas. You think you gonna blow our shit up? What, you think you finna attack our pipelines because you done became such a good pipeline attacker when you blew up Nord Stream? You think you gonna, bitch, I kill you. Bitch, I kill you. Now, pull Trump and them back up. Them niggas, we could, if you got, I got the time, I could run a little longer. I don't mind, because I definitely want to talk about the misfire, the straight up shoot air ball, you feel me? But that's phase 1.
Swing and a miss.
Yes, swing and a miss. I definitely want to talk about phase 1. And who was behind the blackout? We ain't done, man. So if you got a few,
yeah, we got to get into
tiny hats. About the blackout.
Tiny hats.
We didn't talk about.
You better kill me. I'ma be another rapper dead for popping off at the mouth with shit I shouldn't have said.
Blackout and fake out. So anyway, but we gotta play the rest of Trump, man.
Absolutely.
People don't understand that this nigga really threatened us. He threatened our oceans.
Yep.
That nigga threatened to attack us. That's what I believe that was. That's what I think he was getting at when he said that. So as we talk about Nord Stream and we bring it back around, I think that's what that motherfucker was bringing into play. That's just me listening to that motherfucker. That's what sent Trump off the edge. Bitch, you about to what?
Yeah.
Nah, nigga, we ain't gonna feel shit. Nigga, you lost your fucking mind. Yeah. Anyway,
well, and it was that little threat bullshit. Like, hey, I'm over here dealing with this bully, and if you don't pay me what I need and protect me, this bully's gonna come get you. You know, and you don't say shit like that to Donald Jerome. You don't say that to me. You know what I mean? You don't bully me.
It wasn't even that bully coming, because I'm fighting this bully. But Trump, nigga, you think Trump think Putin gonna come over here? Putin ain't coming over, bitch. That is your problem that you have to deal with. I ain't got shit. I know this motherfucker. Guess what? I can go do business with this motherfucker while he's still blowing your ass up if I wanted to, and he would be down to do it. Now, I'm just trying to stop the motherfucker from bombing your ass because he killing your people. You ain't got shit. All your men dead. Ain't nobody coming and fight. You trying to get us to put our people over there to fight it because you motherfuckers can't even hold down your own shit.
Yeah.
You can't hold down your own shit. Oh, well. All right, man. Hey, man. Hey, Putin. Stop bombing the little nigga. What you want? What you want? All right, you want that, and that? Can they keep the rest of that shit? They can have the rest of that shit. All right, now you ain't gonna go mess with the rest of that shit, is you? If you want the rest of that shit, tell me you want the rest of that shit, and we can try and figure that something out. But if you don't want the rest of that shit, that's all you asking for. All right, cool. I'm gonna get him to get into it, but that can't be. Let everybody else live now. Stop fucking with him. You got that. You got it. That's the situation in hand.
Well, you know, he wants to negotiate. I can see it. You want the warm water ports. You want the lead. You want the ships, You want the ducks. That's just too much, Putin. That's too much. Look, you can have the ports. You can have the land. Nord Stream 2 is beautiful. We're going to let it run. But that's plenty. That's plenty.
That's plenty. That's plenty. That's plenty. Let the little nigga live, all right? Let him live. And if the people want to leave there and come and live where you at, let them live, all right? Let them live where you at. And let them live, and everything is everything. That's what he's trying to get to. And this nigga over here like, nah, nigga, if I keep the bullets flying, then I can keep the billions and my people, they can buy their yachts. Because they got yachts.
Yep.
And
Woo! We haven't even got into the money laundering. But anyway, let's just keep rolling. Which is another thing they know about it. Like, you're so salty. If you're JD or Trump or anybody else in that room, you're so salty because you know what a crook this bastard is.
Let me tell you, Putin went through a hell of a lot with me. He went through a phony witch hunt where they used him and Russia. You ever hear of that deal? That was a phony Hunter Biden, Joe Biden scam. Hillary Clinton, Shifty Adam Schiff. It was a Democrat scam. And he had to go through that. And he did go through it. We didn't end up in a war. And he went through it. He was accused of all that stuff. He had nothing to do with it. It came out of Hunter Biden's bathroom. It came out of Hunter Biden's bedroom.
Where the cocaine
is.
It was
disgusting. And then they said, oh, the laptop from hell was made by Russia. The 51 agents. The whole thing was a scam. And he had to put up with that. He was being accused of all that stuff. All I can say is this. He might have broken deals with Obama and Bush, and he might have broken them with Biden. He did, maybe. Maybe he didn't. I don't know what happened. But he didn't break them with me. He wants to make a deal. I don't know if you can make a deal. The problem is I've empowered you to be a tough guy. And I don't think you'd be a tough guy without the United States. And your people are very brave. But you're either going to make a deal or we're out. And if we're out, you'll fight it out. I don't think it's going to be pretty, but you'll fight it out. But you don't have the cards. But once we sign that deal, you're in a much better position. But you're not acting at all thankful. And that's not a nice thing. I'll be honest, that's not a nice thing. All right, I think we've seen enough. What do you think?
I think
This is going to be great television, I will say that. All right, we'll see what we can do about putting it together.
So they were in there.
We'll see, I don't know.
He was mad.
They were in there talking and negotiating the deal. All right. It got heated. He and they trying to, all right. Cut the check, nigga. Where the money? All this other shit. Yeah. Where the money? How much money? Nah, give us the money, nigga, and then we'll talk about the minerals. We don't want to whoa. They done went on for hours, and the whole thing was he was supposed to sign that deal. And he bullshitted on signing the deal. Do you know why he bullshitted on signing the deal?
Because the ceasefire was part of it.
No. That ain't why. Hold on, wait a minute.
I thought it was mainly because there was no military guarantee. And there's no military guarantee because there would be a ceasefire. Which is stupid anyway because, okay, so this is really ignorant because once you start putting U.S. contractors and American contractors there, you can then start putting private security forces there where it's much easier to use private security forces to take care of these types of things. Now, past that, if Putin and Trump are truly working together in that point, okay, I'll get to BRICS in a second. By the way, Alan, Kim in the building, without America help, Ukraine is going to be destroyed. I completely agree. Ukraine will just be the southern tip of Russia within a matter of days, literally. Also, they're running out of soldiers, which is a whole nother thing. So you've got BRICS.
I'm sharing something.
Boom.
I want y'all to understand. Before meeting with Trump, Zelensky met with anti-Trump Democrats who advised him to reject the terms of the mineral deal the president was offering. The day before,
He fucking met with
Wow.
the Dems told him not. Now, I want to share something else with y'all. Come on, man. This is why you come here.
This is why you listen to Rumble on Rumble.
That's why you come here. Check this out.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much.
Everybody ready?
Jackson is correct.
Oh man, why y'all want to do a real one like this? I gotta go. I ain't paying you to.
And those are your folks, dog.
Well, President Zelensky, it is good to see you again. This is our 7th visit together, and welcome back to Washington, D.C. As I have made clear on our 6 previous meetings and throughout Putin's brutal aggression and war against Ukraine, my support for the people of Ukraine is unwavering. I've been proud to stand with Ukraine.
So anyway, I think they're in the background.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're in the background pushing this motherfucker. He's still even this bitch got on a goddamn suit.
Yeah. You know,
God
you
damn.
just know he's getting some kind of affiliate deal with that company.
He
Whatever
does, right?
logo
Yeah,
is on
yeah.
his shirt, you know he's getting 40%.
Yeah.
Oh, use promo code Vladimir. Piece of shit. God, I hate it.
Big Z.
Anyway, yeah, that's good Lord, man. That blew me away, man. Can you throw that back up? Can we dig just a little deeper into that article real fast?
Yeah, you want to go back in the article?
That's
we
something,
can-
you know, yeah. That's side quest worthy all day.
Side quested up, man.
This is so now, and why is no one? Fox isn't even talking about this. You know, he failed to read the room. Yes, he did read the room, but it was the wrong room. Before meeting with Trump, he met with anti-Trump Democrats. Just finished a meeting. We already read that. He attached a picture of Zelensky at a conference table with Murphy seated on the opposite side. 40 minutes later, Zelensky arrived at the White House, where Trump met his car, smiled, shook his hand, and walked him into the Oval Office. Which was funny. It's arrogant, great. The meeting, as the world knows, went quickly off the rails. Earlier in the meeting, Dems undercuts wild claims that Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance staged an ambush. In fact, it was Zelensky who came with an ulterior motive. The purpose of the meeting was to sign the mineral agreement, of course, to push, but for several reasons. One, to stop the violence, push back BRICS, put more value in our dollar, and allow private security forces to come in, and to demotivate Putin from doing what the hell he's doing now. Anyway, the purpose of the mineral agreement he and Trump representatives had negotiated. He had twice refused to sign it after promising to. And thanks to Murphy, we know now he had no intention of signing it Friday. God. Now, I don't even know if I can go, bro. Hold on, man. Just give me one moment here. You know what I'm saying? All right. By listening to the nakedly partisan advice of Dems instead of dealing forthrightly with the current president, Zelensky, betrayed his countrymen and, for now at least, leaves them without the military and diplomatic protection that only America can provide. Good luck counting on Britain. That's for damn sure. Good luck counting on Britain, France, and the rest of Europe to save Ukraine. Maybe the Germans will send Strudel. All right, man. And this is it. In a perverse way, they got what they wanted. That's a very good point. I agree. Oh, man, I'm so mad. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Hey, man, playing them like a fiddle.
Yep.
Shout
out to my man Alan Kim all the way in Hawaii. Thank you, buddy.
I remember the Democrats told Puerto Rican president not to accept America help after Hurricane Maria. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is what I don't
Puerto Rican governor.
Okay, so this is what I wanted to say.
You know what? Like, I'm sorry, but he just like
That is the governor of Puerto Rico actually the president of Puerto Rico? Like, they're the head of state, and they're like, Puerto Rico is so weird because they're like their country, but then they're a state, right? They're an island, they're their own, but they're U.S. territory. So
Like
they're
Virgin
like,
Islands. Yeah.
yeah, right. So, and there's a fight, and I want to get with some Puerto Ricans, and I want to understand, because there's some who are like, hey man, we would love to be a small country, a small nation, and there are some who are like, no, we'd love to go ahead and just become a state. Like, this whole in between limbo shit, that shit is weird. So I want to get a better understanding of that. But it's like, because he said the Democrats told the Puerto Rican president, it's like, no, it's the governor, but isn't it really the president? Because they really, yeah.
Yeah.
She left food and supplies to rot, neglecting the people's needs. Yep, I remember that. They got mad at Trump doing the paper towel. Oh man! All right, y'all, look. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say that, Alan lives in Maui, and I'm very close to he lives in Hawaii, and Maui is in Hawaii. And honestly, Hawaii is more like a territory, and living there for, over a decade, I can tell you the governor just holds a lot more power. The governor of Hawaii is so important, and then the mayors are so important. So you got the mayor of Maui, but Maui's its own island. So it's its own little world, right? And yeah, the guy in Honolulu makes decisions that affect you, but it's almost a local federal thing in a way, or it feels more like that. They just have a lot more power over what goes down. Now, the theory about Puerto Rico is once it becomes a state, it gets all the rights and protections legally of a state. And there's certain things we want to be able to do off the coast, whether it be military moves, that kind of thing, whatever the case may be. So we want those territories like the Virgin Islands or the Bahamas, because once they're a state, they're, then they're under a different jurisdiction. So in theory, but this is what I want to say about the war, man. I even got into it, but got into a conversation. Shout out guest, man. I respect very much Quentin Lob on this, but man, there's a lot of shit going around that's just not true. Okay, first of all, everybody's acting in a couple of ways. You're all approaching everything with this one assumption, and this one assumption is very simple. Putin bad, Zelensky good. You have no proof of that. Now you're also going in with the assumption that the Ukrainian people want this war. You're going in with the assumption that somehow standing with Ukraine isn't just standing with a dictator-like leader who doesn't care about his people. You're screaming all day about how Trump doesn't represent you. You don't stand for Trump's principles. You don't want Trump's actions. Yet Zelensky comes over and you don't listen to any of the people, which makes a lot of sense. And why you lost so bad in this last election, because your entire political theory and thought is based on what you're told on your screens and your TV channels and not talking to the people around you. So when Zelensky comes over and he sits behind a news desk and tells you to give him more money because the Ukrainian people want to keep fighting, you believe him and you don't listen to the Ukrainian people. Hundreds of thousands of dead Ukrainians want a conversation with you. Millions of Ukrainians whose lives are affected, who are living without power, in the cold, going hungry, hiding their boys and grandfathers. Why, you ask? Because right now in the Ukraine, they are kidnapping men from churches and bars and football fields, soccer fields, and they are putting them on the front line, and they don't even have enough food to fucking eat. But you're going to push more of that. Now, here's the rub. They're running out of people. How many wars have been won against Russia in wars of attrition ever in the history of the world? You tell me. Now, past that, Ukraine is running out of people. And if you're on my fucking Facebook and you're so proud to stand with Ukraine, when are you sending your father? When are you sending your daughter? When are you sending your brother? Because if you're not willing to send your family member to go die on the front lines of an unwinnable war, shut the fuck up. And I mean it. And this is not Republican. And this is not Democrat. And this is not Trump. And this is not Putin. And this is not Zelensky. This is fucking war and people dying by the millions. And you don't care. And to own Trump on Facebook, you're going to push for more starvation and death. And you're not even asking, where are the fucking pictures? You know how they ended the Vietnam War? You know, right? You probably don't because you're so wrapped up in hating Trump. You've lost your fucking mind. However, they ended the Vietnam War by sending pictures of little girls running down the street naked and gassed. Because that's what's going on. And the horrors of that war made any decent fucking human being who didn't give a shit whether they had a red or blue pin go, we've got to stop this somehow, some way. And we still lost. So you tell me how we win this war. I stand with Ukraine. You don't stand with Ukrainian people who are hiding their sons in fucking basements, praying that we come to our fucking senses and stop listening to a tiny bullshit actor. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, man. I've been wanting to say this.
I know. I just want you to pull this up. You can keep going.
Yes.
I just want you to breathe for a second.
No, it's
I
good.
want you to pull this up because I don't think they understand what you're saying.
Okay.
So I just wanted to pull this up while you go in. I just wanted to breathe. You continue.
No, you're
but
right.
I wanted them to understand that everyone will fight. As far as every man will fight in the Ukrainian war. Ukrainian men weigh their options as new draft law comes into effect. Now, guys, this is May 25th, 2024. So we're coming up on 1 year. We're coming up on 1 year of this new law going into effect. This is Ukraine. We're not on. I mean, this is CNN talking about Ukraine. But this isn't Fox. This isn't Blaze TV. This isn't Breitbart. This isn't War Room with Steve Bannon. This isn't Candace Owens. This ain't. This is your CNN. And they're telling you that under Ukraine's new mobilization law, which came into effect on May 18th, Ukrainian men are now facing a choice: comply and face the possibility of being sent to the front lines, where that ain't no possibility. They asses is going to the front lines.
Yes.
Or try to evade and risk penalties and condemnation. So if it's not if it's not more than a possibility of them going to the front lines, why are they risking penalty and condemnation?
And you know what that penalty is? They put you on the front line, but they give you less ammo than the guy that volunteered. Like, if you're going, you're going. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. It's what penalties? You know what I mean? The worst possible penalty would be what? Going to the front line. So, anyway.
There's a hairdresser, 30 years old. He's filled with anxiety. So he's a faggot, just like little Zelensky. You guys know about Zelensky the cross-dresser?
Yeah.
Do y'all know about Zelensky the cross-dresser? I don't think these people know about Zelensky the cross-dresser.
Man.
Y'all better go look up Zelensky the cross-dresser.
How did he get elected? I mean, we won't talk about that, but because
it's easy.
We could do hours and hours on this crooked
easy
bullshit. Yeah, sorry.
It's easy. It's only one of probably a combination of these two things. He was an actor and everybody knew his face, and he was beloved and everybody voted for him. Or they took that love and beholden and everybody fucking with him, and they added the cheat and they flipped the numbers his way, and everybody was like, oh, okay, that's understandable because everybody loves him. Everybody likes him. He's the actor.
Yes.
He's the actor. So of course he won because he's the actor. He was on this show that everybody knew. It only makes sense. That's what happened. Little fag bag. Anyway, I just want people to know that they're the recruitment slogan. The Ukrainian recruitment slogan is everyone will fight.
Yep.
Your pack is waiting for you. That's crazy.
They literally are kidnapping people, man. Kidnapping people.
Snatching dudes up. Oh, you avoiding us? You avoiding us? Look, they got personnel shortages that are having devastating effects on the battlefield. They're already telling you they can't handle it. They people dying. Soldiers need proper rest. They need to heal.
They don't have food now. They had to pull MREs. They're rationing MREs now. This is the stuff they don't tell you. And why aren't we questioning this shit? You know what I'm saying? Why aren't we at least asking, where are the reports? At least with web. Okay, and then that's another thing, too, right? There are so many more reasons to not support this shit. Other than we hate Trump. You know what I mean? USA and CIA, absolutely. Okay, you've got the Azov Battalion, which by now most everyone should know about. But if you don't, there are straight up 100% irrevocable, proud, bragging Nazis in the Ukraine fighting on their side that Jon Stewart has pinned a medal on in Canada. So anyway, even past that, man. Okay, so Vietnam, how'd that work out? Let's just start there. Okay. Then let's go with weapons of mass destruction. How'd that work out? Right? Let's go with Gulf War. How'd that work out? Let's go with our latest excursion into Afghanistan. How'd that work out? But all of a sudden, this is the good one. This is the one that's going to work out great. This is the one they're not lying to you about. And you can believe everything they say somehow, some way. I don't get that part of it either. So we're not even doing the basic questions, bro. The basic questions of where are the frontline embed reporters? Where are the embed reporters? If this shit is so fucking important, where are the reporters? Why does Zelensky have to say come to Ukraine? Why are we not getting in-depth, detailed HD 720 1080p daily reports? Why does Trump have to come out and go, I have seen these images and there are thousands dead? Because it's just flat land, if you want to know. And of course, everybody talking about I stand with Ukraine doesn't know shit about war. These motherfuckers, look, I've dealt with very smart guys who are literal doctors, PhDs, guys who are smarter than I will ever hope to be. But I'm telling you, bro, there's a thing called street smarts. There's a thing called knowing. Right? There's a thing that's different from book smarts and street smarts. It's just called wisdom, and it's a little bit of a combination. It's having a little bit of vision, knowing you've had your ass kicked so many fucking times, you know how to avoid it a little bit, okay? And when it comes to a war against a country that has never lost a war of attrition, when it comes to that country, that is well armed against a tiny little country that is depending on contributions, passing the fucking hat at the end of the party just to be able to keep fighting, who are literally by the numbers running out of bodies. And you keep going more. We support you more. Let's give them more money. What are you doing? And we're not even talking about the moral and the dead people and the sons hiding, the mothers hiding their sons with no power, starving, literally starving to death right now. We're not even talking about that. But somehow, because Trump, fuck them all, they all got to die? Fuck you, man. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Sorry, Pro. I just had to get that out, man, because this is I don't know if I've been more passionate about anything we do other than getting Trump elected. I don't know if I've cared as much about anything since you've known me, bro, because it's just too much. There's just too much there. I mean, it's as crazy as taking some white Jewish guy and having him lead some black movement or something. I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm done.
You good?
I'm good. I'm good.
Look, that's cool. I was just looking at this article, talking about the Azov Battalion and how Western media whitewashed them from being neo-Nazis to not being neo-Nazis because, well, we need them to be American allies, so we can't let the world know that they're actually Nazis over there. No. We got to praise the Azov Battalion. And niggas is crazy.
I don't understand that part for sure.
But they're good slaves. They're good pets. They're good animals.
Let me see. I'm pulling up John Schwartz right now for us. So what can we do? I would love to know why people think it's okay to support this war. How about that? Just what are they looking for? A buddy of mine posted something brilliant, and that was, to all my friends who support Ukraine and are proudly standing behind Ukraine, what do you want? What's the end game? Right? How many people need to die? How much money needs to be spent? What are you looking for? So, and a lot of liberal cats, dog. You talk to a lot of pro-Ukraine cats. What do you think they're doing? What do you think it is they think they're doing good? Other than fuck Trump, what is it, man?
That's it. Trump's against it, so I must be for it because it's got to be right if he's against it. Fuck Trump. They can't even walk by and be like, bitch, that ain't even my problem. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. That ain't my problem. They can't even do that.
Yeah.
They can't even do that. Fuck it. That ain't my problem. I ain't even going. But you're openly saying, oh, we haven't supported. Fuck him. Ah.
I see that.
Your hate for Trump got you loving neo-Nazis. But you hate Trump because you claim all his supporters is neo-Nazis. Interesting.
I'm surrounded by idiots.
That's what I'm saying.
But you don't have to take my word for it.
Speaking of idiots and being surrounded by idiots, man, I hope I didn't scare off our folks, man. But yeah, we gotta stop because, as you know, the problem, man, is the leaky faucet, right? And it turns into so much more. You're in construction, you know this better than me, but it's the little thing. By the way, you mentioned something Friday night for fun. Side note, you found a dead rat in a ceiling that was in a trap.
Yeah. Yeah.
What kind? Okay, was it a sticky trap or like one of the most schools?
Trap. It was a sticky trap.
For those of you who want to think we're bougie, you know what I'm saying. So
just knocking down the ceiling tile, and that bitch filled with the tile.
Defeating evil. Yeah.
Cleared the whole room out. Had to clear job.
Yeah, I bet okay, so what I need is an estimate, right? Like how long had that rat been in that sticky trap, if you had to guess?
I'm sitting here thinking. Let me see. August. They were there. So maybe somewhere close to a year ago. We're rounding off the better side of a year now. We're rounding off a better, so I'll say anywhere from 8 to 12 months ago.
Well, shout out to the rats. You know what I'm saying? It tried to live a good life, and Pro had to dispose of it. Hardworking man. Thank you, Pro. You know what I mean? Shout out to Pro.
That nigga was long dead before I got there.
Could you imagine the smell of an 8-month-old rat in the ceiling of woo? No refrigeration, no climate control because it's in the attic. So, like, whatever is gonna happen. Anyway, speaking of rats messing stuff up, you know what I mean? Speaking of nasty people doing nasty work, who is John Schwartz? You know what I'm saying, y'all? Let's talk about this. You know what I mean? By the way, Amy says, side note, I think they want to feel like they are righteous defeating an evil like it's World War II. I know. Everybody wants that Superman comic book where, you know, he's kicking in the Kremlin door, I guess. These idiots that are stupid that live in comic book land. But, you know, Trump wasn't wrong. We're messing with World War III.
Hold on. Wait, I got to go get something right quick.
Okay.
I got to get something. Let me turn this
No
off
worries.
right quick.
So, Trump wasn't wrong that we're messing with World War III. If you watch world news, guys, it's really easy to find. It's free and it's streaming. The issue there, what we were looking at there is that today, Budapest, France, the UN came out today, by the way, and addressed. And now Europe is now going to start arming themselves better, working on a war plan currently as we speak because of all of this going on. You know what helps that? A ceasefire. A little midget screaming for more money and for war to continue when his own people don't even want it. And you've lost hundreds of thousands of lives, millions when you count both sides. Now that's just the soldiers. Think about how many innocent lives. No one's talking about innocent life because when we got to destroy Trump, the last thing we can care about is other innocent human beings. But past that, now you've got Russia setting up. Now you got people. Now you've got the UN setting up and preparing, and they're arming themselves. And Russia and Europe is resetting up because we know Europe is going to get. I mean, you can kick them over. They're no war power. So you know what I mean.
All right, I'm back.
Oh,
I got
yeah.
something special. I got something special for this segment.
Stubbs barbecue, yeah. Oh, with the ridges. I want some right now.
So yeah, this segment. Let's go. Go ahead. I bought these during the blackout.
I wish I would have got some Aunt Jemima.
Right. So they said we had the shot black. I got some black chips. Come on.
I don't get potato chips anymore because somebody thinks I need to eat healthy.
Oh.
I don't have potato chips anymore like I want.
I understand.
So, anyway, it's all good.
RFK.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Those potato chips are cooked in animal fats. You don't want to eat them. Oh, sorry. All right. Who is John Schwartz? For those of you that don't know, the blackout that happened Friday, where black folks staged a boycott for one day on retailers. As you know, this was a powerful, strong black movement led by what black man? Who is John Schwartz, the man behind today's February 28th economic blackout and founder of the People's Union USA. Now, this is CBS News, y'all. This is some crazy whitering.org thing. CBS News. The man behind it. Let's just go ahead and pull up a Wait, what is that? Wait a minute, John Schwartz, a 57-year-old Jewish white man, founder of the People's Union. He leads the group behind the. Wait, I don't understand this tomfoolery. You know what I mean? Somebody explain to me how a man with the last name of Schwartz, who looks very Caucasianish, Caucasian passing, as we would say, he's the leader. What? It's like, but didn't we just run a clip of you and Shaka talking? And y'all were talking about how like these movements, like DEI was meant to destroy black wealth, not help build it. What? I don't. Wow. Sorry, man. What the hell is going on here?
Hey,
Would you like to speak, or you want me to read the article first?
Go ahead and I'm trying to figure out where is it.
We actually got a little 2-minute video
Finally
on it.
tonight.
Play it. Play the video.
Yeah, we'll just watch it. We'll let them do the work. All right, let's see here. Look, y'all need to know about the saint of all saints. Well, he can't be a saint. Yeah, no, I think whatever you call him, a mensch. You guys need to hear about the mensch who's never enjoyed a bacon cheeseburger.
Finally tonight on this Read Across America Day, we're opening the book on Dr. Seuss. The celebrated author has been shaping the way we read for generations. CBS's Elise Preston goes inside his archive
might be the wrong thing.
for a special look.
That's still very much.
We don't want that. It literally had the title. Sorry. Who's behind the February 8th and what are the goals? But here we got Dr. Seuss. Hold on.
Scroll over. Yeah.
There we go. Give me 1 second here, fam. It's going. Hold on. They don't want to play it. Maybe they don't want to play it. There we go.
There are growing calls on social media for this seem to be rising on pretty much everything these days. There are growing calls on social media for people to protest by not shopping at certain places today.
And an activist organization, it is calling on it an economic blackout. That's what they're calling it. CBS News Philadelphia's consumer reporter, Josh Shadorowitz, here in your corner with more about who's behind this blackout and also the impact that they're trying to make, Josh.
Yeah, hey, good morning. I mean, this is all over my social media right now. A lot of people promoting this year, a lot of people frustrated. So I wanted to take the time to answer some questions that we've been getting about it. A lot of people promoting it, but this actually started with this group here a few weeks ago. It's called the People's Union USA. This is their website. They describe themselves as a grassroots organization with no political affiliation. And for today's blackout, the group says that it doesn't want people spending any money on fast food, on gas at major retailers, what they say is non-essential spending. Now, you might have seen there are some social media posts that say this is all about targeting specific retailers, McDonald's, Target, Walmart, that have been singled out because of their recent decisions to end their diversity, equity, and inclusion programs to comply with the president's executive order. But the official messaging, at least, again, from this group that started all of this, is that it's a boycott of all major retailers. And it's not because of any DEI decisions, but with the goal, they say, of enacting broader economic change here.
Well, was there a specific about today, and what's the idea? Do they think this is going to really work?
So there wasn't anything specific about today's date, but, as far as the impact, right, that's arguable. There's some critics who will say it's a one-day freeze. You're talking about major retailers. It might not move the needle all that much. The group remains optimistic.
Look who they got reporting on it. I mean, can we just, I mean, come on, man. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, if you were an alien, you had never been to Earth, and you said, what does a white man look like? Okay. And you needed a picture, this guy. And then you asked me, but wait, what does a white man sound like? Once again. Anyway, just odd that this is the dude, right? I'm just saying, let's see. Let's go ahead and hear him.
You're talking about major retailers. It might not move the needle all that much. The group remains optimistic. They say, they still want people supporting small and local business. There's quite a bit of research, actually, that points to boycotts having the opposite effect. They motivate a larger silent majority to go out and spend instead, sort of counteracting it. Now, starting next month, the group does have specific week-long targeted boycotts of retailers, you know, if momentum builds, that could certainly have an impact. We've seen in the past there's been success when it's very targeted.
For extended periods of time.
For extended periods of time. So, you know, remains to be seen here. But it's certainly emblematic of growing frustration from people online of prices in the economy right now.
Absolutely. We'll see how it pans out. Because
Oh, you see how they twisted it?
Right, Josh, thank you for that.
Ah, that was a nice twist at the end, bro. Did you see how they did that? Oh, but it's a protest against the economy. You mother, really? Oh, come on, man.
They're quick, man. They're quick. But check this out. So you know they talking about old boy, but check this out. Now this is what I've seen a lot of. I saw this all over my social media from black people, right? Al Sharpton's DEI boycott plan from 12 to 12, Friday, February 28th. This is the first step to counterattack on DEI diversity, equity, and inclusion. This is what it say. Corporations and banks only care about the bottom line, disrupting the economy for even one day. Sends a powerful message. If they don't listen, the next blackout will be longer. This is what they're saying. This is so. Well, they're like, John Schwartz is the one who organized it. There's two stories out here.
Yeah.
There's two stories out here. So, and this, I'm talking about it's all over, man. I got it all over.
Not where to go. There we go. Can you believe that? Okay, so there's two different stories now. And one of them is Al Sharpton. But I mean, look, we know Al Sharpton is for hire, right? We do know that Al Sharpton. So I wonder if Schwartz hired him. Schwartz said he grew up in the 1970s and 80s in the projects, referring to the subsidized housing where he was raised in Queens, New York. He describes that neighborhood as a melting pot of Jewish, Black, Polish, Russian, and other families. Yet somehow Schwartz. Let's see here. Schwartz founded People's Union USA only in February. Wow. What a crazy. Bro, I'm exhausted with this bullshit, man. Schwartz just founded this shit in February as a grassroots. Yeah, because, bro, every grassroots organization founded in less than 30 days gets more than 90 grand in money. I swear to, bro, oh my gosh, bro. I'm getting exhausted. You know what I mean? What do you got here? You know what I'm saying? Project South. All right. You go ahead on. For those of you that are listening, February 28th, blackout boycott by Project South. This is a social media post posted on Friday in the afternoon at 2:24 p.m.
Yeah, man. So now we're hearing about this Schwartz guy, right? But around what's really being pushed, and people are getting beat up about this now. It's so hilarious. We boycott with the call of boycott U.S. billionaires with ties to Zionism, South African apartheid, and imperialist violence in the Congo, and the rise of fascist coup in the United States. We boycott in solidarity with black churches, cornerstone of freedom. We boycott in solidarity with families struggling to make it in this economy. We boycott in solidarity with immigrants and trans people who. Oh my God! So this is it. Blackout Day, February 28th. Come on, guys, and don't nobody say shit about no John Schwartz. So what's the name of his group?
Name of John Schwartz's group is People's Union USA.
Ain't no mention of no People's Union.
Who is it saying at the bottom? Who's it? Just Project South?
Social justice, somebody.
Social justice. It looked like hierarchy.
Beulah Missionary Baptist Church, Beulah Baptist. It's a church. This is a black church. So, Oh, hey, look. It's a bunch of white people.
Mutual Aid Center.
Mm-hmm.
But
look where it's located at. None other than Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah. See, in
So they were
1986.
founded in 1986, yeah. So, amen.
Wow.
Amen.
I wonder, because here's the thing. Look, man, here's the thing. Even though I absolutely 100% disagree and even think it's, borderline evil to hate Christians, or any racial group for that matter, if they're 100% self-sufficient and self-funded, and they created this just by, being stupid and other stupid people giving them money, I support their right to exist. They're allowed, right? But I don't see that. And then on the other end, it's so interesting here because then you got John Schwartz. You know what I mean? And they're giving credit. You got CBS News. Now, you had to pull up a social media post, very grassroots and organic. And this is, CBS News doing this, what we're doing here, economic resistance against corporations. Another goal of the People's Union is abolishing federal income taxes for average Americans by requiring large businesses to pay their fair share. Communism. Yeah, no, I'm just, of course, even, the administration putting their foot in their mouth, wanting to do gold cards for $5 million. That is a Trump thing. Man, we didn't even have that on the schedule because I knew we were running long. And we got to get to the Epstein swing and a miss. But while I'm pulling that, yeah, man. So basically the thought there is, okay, so I guess my question to you is Schwartz a grift? Is that a grift?
Seems that way.
Who do you think's originally behind it? Yeah, I mean, they're all grifts, but who do you think is the creator, the movement? You know what I mean? Who do you think is actually behind it would be the question.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
It can go either way. I definitely, again, it was a grift. It was like the Bone Crusher song, I ain't never scared.
You
think one person started it? We're gonna find out it was another person who started it, and the other person just trying to ride off their grift, ride off their wave.
That's fair.
Took it from them. So I don't know. I'm just so worried about the people who are so stupid. Like CBS, literally, like they know. That's why they said in the story. You've probably been seeing social media posts about. You've probably been seeing social media posts about blackouts and all this stuff, and the black boycott, but. Jesus Christ! Oh God, that's got to be okay. I just gotta some TDS just got sent to me.
Oh no!
Yeah, man, they going crazy. Anyway,
I did have this to add to the end of it, and this is Elon talking about the basically Soros and how he does it, but this is how all that money is laundered. And how a lot of these activist groups, just like the ones we were talking about, launder this money. And I thought this was brilliant, and so I wanted to play it for you.
Where, someone can get an NGO stood up for a fairly small amount of money. Like George Soros was really good at this. Like George Soros is like a system hacker. Like he figured out how to hack the system. He's a genius at arbitrage. I mean, these days he's pretty old, but a genius at arbitrage. So he figured out that you could leverage a small amount of money to create a nonprofit, then lobby the politicians to send a ton of money to that nonprofit. So you can take what might be, a $10 million donation to a nonprofit to create a nonprofit and leverage that into $1 billion NGO. A nonprofit is a weird word. It's just a non-governmental organization. And then the government continues to fund that every year. And it'll have a nice sounding name, like the Institute for Peace or something like that. But really, it's a graft machine.
And what are the requirements with that money? What do they have to do?
Just really no requirements at all.
So they just get grants and the government just assumes that they're doing good work.
I think a lot of people in the government know that they're not doing good work. But it's a giant graft machine. It's
So yeah, wanted to show that real fast because I thought that was a great way to put it. With all of these, and then the Stacey Abrams and the $2 billion, it's real easy. You just start, you know what I mean? But problem is we should have started this racket before. But we're starting something, man. We're gonna put it together. You know what I mean? The domino crusade for conservative unity. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do something. We're gonna do something. Well, I want some of that sweet, sweet government money, baby. You know what I mean?
Sweet government money.
All right, man. And then, for fun, because I think we should, if you guys can see this, somebody put this together, and this was brilliant. This is Zelensky and Trump playing Uno. This was brilliant. Oh, and Terrence put this out, so shout out.
Put the video on the screen. Put the video on the screen. Y'all, he always do this to us. He always fuck us over with this. He do it every time.
Sorry.
He does it every damn time.
I'm tired.
Every
My
damn
bad.
time.
Anything. I can't be held to high quality standards after 2 hours of live broadcast.
In a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. Right now, not in a very good position.
He's just playing Uno.
You've allowed yourself.
I thought that was funny. So anyway, and I screwed you over. My bad. I apologize. Now, we got to get to it. The Epstein file release was a swing and a miss. Pro, I know you got some thoughts on this. What are your thoughts on it?
Hold on. Wait a minute. My thoughts?
He's pulling a Trump on this one. Oh, he's got a binder. He's got a binder. Ladies and gentlemen, he's got it. He's got the secrets.
I got the binder.
You got the binder.
I got my white binder. I got my Don't mind Morello packet.
Nah.
It came.
I don't even know what that is.
It came special from DC. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Did it have like 3-4-year-old information in it?
Man, listen. The best part about it was the Willow rapper.
Fair. That is fair. That is fair.
It was horrible, man. It's horrible. I don't know what the fuck they was trying. They better be glad this Zelensky shit came when it came. That saved a little bit, but now Oz is on Pam Bondi in them.
Yeah.
Oz is on Pam Bondi because ain't no. First of all, cash, dude.
Well, that's something I wanted to get into. You notice they pushed back on cash. Pam Bondi pushed back on cash. Did you notice that? And what did you think about that?
Like, I want to hear what he has to say because he saw the Epstein files last time. And he wasn't even FBI director. He saw him last time when he had clearance.
Yeah.
So this time, if he's seen him, he should have known if it's true. Hold on, whoa.
Bitch, 244 pages, that's it? Oh, hell no. Bitch, if y'all don't, because you already seen them last time.
Yeah.
So naturally, that would be the shit. If you go home and you got a 24 pack of juice in the refrigerator, that night, you go to bed, and you wake up, and you ain't got number one goddamn drink left, you'll be like, whoa, 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 whoa. It was more of this before. Where the fuck is it? Oh, that's all that was in there. Bullshit. Bullshit. Where the shit at? I would expect anybody to say that. I think Pam Bondi ass trying to pull a fast one. And this could just be my biases because she wants to take guns from people, talking about red flag laws. Could be my bias. Could be my bias, the fact that she has some connections to the Epstein case when it was down in Florida. Could be my bias. Could be my bias. But hell no. You got caught slipping. And the MAGA people fought back on your ass.
Yeah.
The MAGA people came back but all the MAGA people came back. The MAGA people who normally they are at complete odds with each other, MAGA people. Literally, it was a united front. Y'all motherfuckers, for just a moment, y'all united. Motherfucking MAGA.
It's true.
Except for the idiots who went out there. Even, you know what? Even the grifters, even some of them realized it was some bullshit and was trying to dance and skip and hoo-ha their way out of that shit. That's why Owen Schroyer got there when he no, it wasn't Owen Schroyer. Owen Schroyer called it out. It was Jack Piece of Shit.
Yeah.
Who had his binder standing up in front of his, we got the binder and we haven't had time. I was driving between then and here, so I haven't had the time to read it and go through it. Nigga, now we know you lying some bitch. It was old info. And you done acted like you acted like you had the goods. We got new shit. And then you seen them was like, man, what the fuck? We already got this shit. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, it's so much. I haven't had time to read it because I was driving. Nigga, you don't drive in DC. Who you lying to? Who you lying to?
Well, not only that, but man, look. Okay, you're busy. I understand. But of all the things that you're going to let slip through the cracks this week, I had to cancel my yoga appointment because I had to work an hour late. So my 6:30, you know what I mean? I was going to miss the dinner thing. Okay, so you cancel a gym appointment. You cancel a lunch with a buddy. Okay, sure. You don't cancel examining thoroughly the Epstein files before you release them to the world and selling it like it's going to be some real shit. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Come on, man. You know what I mean? I got the
files on my desk. I've gone through them.
You were talking about, and this is, a lot of people, this is Schellenberger. I don't know how you feel about Schellenberger, but, the FBI whistleblower Go Baxual confirmed that a source inside the FBI said employees were destroying evidence on servers. And he informed Cash. You were talking about Cash did come out and say, anyone we figure out doing this will be punished to the fullest extent of the law. And he, tagged Pam Bondi, Ratcliffe, Musk, Anna Paulina are preventing this. We urgently need that disclosure. Do you think that there were FBI people, doing that, destroying files? Do you think that very possibly happened?
I think that's possible. I think it's highly possible. I think they've been destroying evidence ever since they lost the election.
Yeah, they knew. You know what I mean? I think the pardons were a dog whistle. I really do. In that it's like, hey, man, if you got a pardon, understand it's about to go down. So, yeah, that's
exactly what happened. If you didn't get a pardon, sorry for you.
That's true. That's true. So, now a couple of other things, man. Something important to keep in mind here. I got this. Let's see here. Okay, so this is Shout out. This is one of our partner programs. This is Redacted News out of Canada. And they did this. We're just going to pull up like about a little 30 seconds of a clip. But they broke this down. He's reading the tweet right here. So check this out. So this is a tweet from Shadow of Ezra talking about Pam Bondi, that kind of thing there.
The most damaging revelations are expected from IRS files, which could unveil the financial backers of a global child trafficking network. So look, I'm not defending Pam Bondi. I like Pam Bondi a lot. I consider her a friend. But if this is that massive, you don't just like rush it out because a couple of people on X are demanding that you do it. Like, I hope that this is thorough and they're taking every possible precaution to make sure that the information they're putting out there is
also
thorough.
The people who have been hiding it
Disappointed school teacher.
are presumably still powerful people. So how do we know that the people who release it will be kept safe? That's also a relevant question.
Well, let's ask.
Okay, so they were talking about that, but what I mainly wanted to pull up there is the where'd it go? This article right here. So we forget, man, there's tons and hours, right? Aren't there terabytes or gigabytes worth of audio? Weren't we supposed to get audio
video.
and video? Weren't we supposed to get that? And then the IRS files. Did we get any IRS anything? I don't think we did. We didn't get IRS anything, which supposedly is where the most damning things come from, because that you can't hide. That's okay. If me and you are partners in a company and that company gets money pumped into it and then taken out of it as laundering, you know what I mean? And then funds clearly, like this says, the IRS files, which could unveil the financial backers of a global child trafficking network. Where is any of that? Where's even the investigation? Okay, so say that wasn't a thing. Where's the investigation? What do you think about the select few special limited hangout cats that they had there that got to enjoy the unveiling of the files? What are your thoughts on that, man?
It's indicative of the people who ran the campaign.
Okay.
I'm getting the same vibes. I'm getting the same exact vibes. Because who did they have there? Right?
Let's see here. I'm trying to get the full. Let's see here. They want to give me the list. There it is. No. All I'm getting is may include names that it didn't include.
Just go to the picture when they walk out the door.
No. I'm looking for it. Fox was salty. Fox was a little salty. Oh, look at is that Pearl? Hold on, let me
share
get
it. Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah, I'm looking at it's not a great pick I got here, but let's see here. Let me do that. And then I'll do that. And then I'll do that. Bam. I think that's Pearl right there. Yeah, in the white dress, that Pearl. Anyway.
I don't think so.
Prather. You got the guy there. DC Drano, front and center. Let me check on that. Let me get that. Let's see. What's so funny is they matter so little in the grander scheme. You know what I'm saying? In the grander scheme, there it is. AP News commentators. There we go. That's what I want right there. Bam. You know what I mean? That's actually Libs of TikTok. She just lost weight. Libs of TikTok used to be chunky. But, once she came out and we figured out who it was, because, of course, they doxed and threatened her. So she did the smart thing, which was come out and admit it. And so she lost like a bunch of weight. But I think that's Libs of TikTok. Conservative commentator.
Yeah, that's her.
Rogan O'Handley.
That's what I was looking for
also,
right there.
Yeah. Chaya Ratchik, that's Libs of TikTok. And then, of course, Liz Wheeler, we all know, friend of Tim Pool. Epstein Files Phase 1 with Jack Prosobi. What do you call him?
Jack, piece of shit.
Piece of shit at the White House. Yes. So Is that him in a? Oh no, that's Prather. Isn't that Prather?
No, that's Poso.
That's
piece
in
of
the
shit.
cowboy hat,
Mm-hmm.
holding his MAGA hat. Ugh, so
Nah,
anyway.
that's the new hat. Back it up. That's the new hat. Trump did nothing wrong. Look at it.
Oh yeah. I would love that hat actually. So, and then she's wearing got a little
no,
white.
Trump was
MAGA.
right about everything.
Yes, Trump was right about everything. So a lot of people said it was very distasteful for them to hold up these hats like this. Or hold up these hats. Excuse me. Hold up these binders. I mean, you got one, bro. You got one. I don't know what to tell you. But a lot of people said this was extremely distasteful given the circumstances and subject matter. What are your thoughts on that, man?
Don't be mad because we got binders and y'all don't. Don't be mad because we got binders out here in these streets. Y'all binder hating, bro. Y'all binder hating, bro. Look, at least I went through my shit. Look, I done took papers out, took notes, all kind of shit, bro. I got my files.
Don't be hating on binders, bro.
Don't be hating on binders. Is it because it's white? Is it because it's white? Maybe next time they'll be black. Phase 2. Phase 2, we going black binders. Let's go. Phase 3, all blue everything. Let's get it.
Get it.
Let's get it.
Whew, man. Okay, so are there let's start with the big question as we wrap, because we gotta wrap soon. Are there Epstein files, man? Like accessible. Like we know that there are. Like there's no doubt that at some point in the history of the planet and in the recent history, people went to that island and pulled video because we've seen some, inkling of it. And, just assuming that that's not a psyop. Just ride with me. And when we know for a fact that there are witnesses, there are people that were on that island that are victims that have come forward. We know all of that. We know there were people. So, but right now, as we speak, are there files, bro? What do you think? Are there audio and video and hard paper evidence that we're going to get ever?
Hell yeah, there's files.
Okay.
And I think Trump is smart enough to have tucked off a lot of things that they knew that Biden and them was going to go out and destroy. Just to be like, gotcha, bitch. Gotcha, bitch. There's a video of Trump. He's like, yeah, I caught them all. You know what I did? I did everybody a favor. It's called The Swamp. And I caught them all. Let's find out what happens. I caught them all. There's video out there. Man ain't dumb by a long shot. I think he has knee jerk on a lot of situations, but he's not dumb. And I do think those files are somewhere. And I think all the people who deleted shit or got rid of shit, I think they got set up. I think chain of custody gonna fuck them up. You gotta understand. We just got through 1 month of this, man. We got 4 years.
Yeah.
And they shitting on them like we fucking 3 years in the goddamn presidency. Like we 3 years in. Uh-oh. Bro, that shit was so fucking funny. That shit was hilarious. That shit was fucking hilarious. Hold on 2 seconds, bro. My little brother's calling me. Hold
on. No, man. Do you, man? I'm going to go ahead and play this real fast, man. So basically, guys, if for those of you that don't know, the House Judiciary GOP released this officially about an hour after the Epstein files were released. And we wanted to play it for you here because we thought you'd appreciate this tweet right here. So if you can't see it, it says #breaking Epstein files released. And this is from the official House Judiciary GOP. at Judiciary GOP, right? Breaking Epstein files released, and it has a link. And if you click on it, boom, it goes. What? The URL's not redirects to. What are we doing? What are we doing? And we're Rickrolled! We got Rickrolled by the House Judiciary GOP, y'all.
Nah. We ain't get Rickrolled by the House GOP Judiciary. No. The House Judiciary is telling us, hey, all us got Rickrolled by the Department of Justice. That's what happened.
Yeah.
We thought we was gonna get something in these files. We thought it was something. Nope. Haha, you thought it was what it was, didn't you? Nah, bitch. Got you, bitch. That's the House Judiciary. Hey, bitch, y'all, we just got Rickrolled, these motherfuckers.
That's true.
Do y'all understand? Oh my gosh, that is hilarious.
It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. Also, I like that we live in a world now where you can kind of talk shit to power. I mean, this is how you communicate to an Elon Musk, right? This is how you communicate now. You've got to be smarter, funnier, a little more clever. I appreciate it. I do. I think it's great. So, but yeah, man, I wanted to show that. I had to show that one, man.
I don't think people understand the Rickroll. Like, y'all, there was a time where we downloaded music, movies, TV shows, everything from peer-to-peer file sharing on computers. And it used to have the names of things that we thought it was. Right? So at the time, Dave Chappelle's show was real heavy. Right? So we think we'd be downloading episodes of Chappelle's show, and we get it downloaded. You open it, and it's that.
Yes.
It's literally the Rickroll.
It's called a Rickroll. Yes.
It's the video. So we all downloaded and it got the files and read the files. Like, the files have been released. Oh God, it's them. We finna get names and all kind of shit, and gotcha, bitch. Not what you thought it was. Classic. Bro, we got millennials in power.
It's about time we had a little fun with it. And speaking of having fun, man, it's a full 6 minutes, so we can't play it all. But I want to go over, because we're getting late. But it's just been a week. But our boy AK, very good friend of the show, brilliant man, you know what I mean, powerful representative for the GOP. He broke down a little bit here, so we wanted to check a little bit of this out.
That were all jazzed up, that were like, we're finally going to see who was on the plane, who went on the island, yada, yada, yada. And today you were disappointed. I'm here to break this down and really explain that I view things from a completely different perspective than what I've seen the pundits and talking heads out there talking about. So let's unpack this all. First and foremost, what is it that people want from the release of the Epstein files? Do you want justice, meaning that you want people to be indicted, put on trial, and if found guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, go to prison? Or is it that you want to like high five your buddies and be like, told you that X celebrity or political person was a pedo? Like, which is it? Because I don't believe you can have both. Here's what I mean. In the United States, you are presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. So if the Department of Justice, who, by the way, would be the same department.
Yeah, unless you're Donald J. Trump. You know what I mean? So he's breaking down a little bit of the Sixth Amendment here.
That's right to a speedy trial, right to a fair trial. Now, I am by no means a lawyer or a legal mind or scholar. I never went to law school, but I do read a lot. And my understanding of the Sixth Amendment says that you are presumed innocent until proven guilty. So if the same body that's about to bring charges against you releases a bunch of circumstantial evidence so everyone in the public thinks you must be guilty, I don't think you're actually going to be able to get a fair trial. Now, does that mean that I want people that have...
Like Luigi? So, yeah, man, I'm not disagreeing with him. I'm just saying that. So, and here he is talking a little bit about the actual height.
Be an amazing attorney general. I think they dropped the ball on this one. Because the whole photo op thing, I think personally, was because they wanted to give the people something. But my way of looking at people is that people are smart. I know that some people like say, oh, the average person in America is dumb. Look who they vote for. No. The framing is wrong there. I think that most people are smart. It's just people are busy. But when people are paying attention, they see through the BS pretty quickly.
As protocol says, when people get involved in their local elections, the game changes.
So people quickly realize this was just a photo op. Now, here's the important part. The breaking news in all of this is that Pam Bondi, I believe, was actually railroaded by rogue agents, rogue FBI agents. I think she had every full intention to release a bunch of this information. But then she found out that, wait, there's a bunch of other files. According to reporting by Timcast News, they obtained basically a letter from Pam Bondi. It's not like publicly on the record, but allegedly the source, which is verifiable according to Tim Pool and Timcast News, gave this letter saying that Pam Bondi is requesting that Kash Patel, the new FBI director, demand that this field office in New York deliver like 2,000 plus documents. So this is what I think happened. I think that Pam Bondi had every intention to release the files in a way that made sense, that wouldn't hamper any actual prosecutions or investigations that are currently happening. But it's because people want it so bad. Like there's such a desire and appetite. People want to see who's on the list. And we know that most likely there's a bunch of conspiracy and corruption as to why there haven't been more people prosecuted for these heinous crimes that have occurred.
Okay, so that was basically that. I just wanted to kind of share with you that there is a chance that corruption is still, I mean, just because Trump got elected doesn't mean that all the corrupt people disappear, poof, gone.
No,
They're still there.
There's plenty of holdovers.
Yeah, man, a lot of them. So, you know, that's something I thought it was interesting. I'm always showing love to AK, but the fact that he thinks that it very, very well could be some rogue actors playing a part, which is why we didn't get information. And then going one step deeper to kind of sum up what he was saying is that a lot of these people that are responsible for turning the files and evidence over were involved. You're not going to bust yourself. You're not going to incriminate yourself. So that's why they're having such a hard time there. Thoughts, bro, on that one?
No, it's right. It's completely right. Definitely believe in holders. Like anybody who think that all of the Biden people are gone that was in there, fucking stupid, fucking retarded.
Yeah.
You're fucking retarded. Like literally, Kash Patel literally just got on the job. Literally just got on the job.
Yep.
They haven't had time to fire everybody and rehire yet.
That's true.
But they're letting them expose themselves.
Yeah, man. And so I think that that's part of why we're not getting everything. But I think also, you know, Pam Bondi made a mistake. Now, I did want to, you know, we do equal time here. And this is a short clip. This is only about a 25-second clip. But I definitely wanted to show this one. And this is her. This is our girl, Pam. You know what I mean? Holding it down for herself, keeping it real, kind of responding to what people are saying about her.
The noise, the chatter, I truly don't listen to it. I'm here to fight for Donald Trump's agenda. I'm fighting for America. That's what we're all doing as a team. We're going to keep going forward. And I can't care. I don't care. I'm not going to worry about what these people say or do. I know I'm doing the right thing to end weaponization for our country. And that's what I'm going to continue to do every single day, Mark.
What do you think about that, dog?
She's with the biggest tiny hat sympathizer that we have on the right-hand side.
No, I know. I've never been a fan of LeVay. He's a pro-war guy. I'm saying that was the latest interview that she did, right? That is as of like yesterday, last night, she did that interview. And that was the, you know, I wanted to find the most updated, latest interview she did so we could get a good idea, right? Of, you know what I mean? What's going on there. Wanted to give her that time. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. Good luck, Pam Bondi. You got to show and prove. You really shit the bed with this one.
But once again, if she's being railroaded, she's got to go in there. You know what I mean? She needs to use Holman. I'll tell you what, we won't get those files.
If she walk in now, Like if you walk in there, you walk in the kitchen, you're supposed to have everything. You told, yep, this is everything to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You got everything for me to make peanut butter because I come in and I'm making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And I'm supposed to have everything in there. I need stuff for my peanut butter and jelly sandwiches on my desk. I know how peanut butter and jelly sandwich is supposed to be made. In this situation, she knows that it's supposed to be some fucked up shit in these Epstein files. She knows it's supposed to be some fucked up shit in these Epstein files.
That's fair.
So the first, now, what, like I said, what's bothering me about it is, check me out now, right? You release 244 pages, call it phase 1. Because you underwhelmed people with phase 1, you tell, well, that's all the files that I had. Where's the rest of the stuff? Why, like, how do you go from phase 1 obviously indicates that there's going to be a phase 2, phase 3, phase 4, phase 5, whatever. And because you underwhelmed people, well, that's all the documents that I had, and they didn't put everything on my desk. Wait, what? That's why I'm saying something here. There's something stinks to holy hell. Because instead of you sticking with, hey, look, y'all, that was only phase 1. We're sorry. We know we underwhelmed you, but there's more to come. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. You hard turned off the road. Oh my God, that's the only files that I had. And y'all didn't give me this, and I need the rest of the files on my desk. Well, bitch, you didn't have to say that out loud. You've already told us that this was phase 1. If this was it, you didn't have to call it phase 1. If this was it, you would have said the files. And it's 244 pages of shit we already had with no picture, not even a picture of the plane in the motherfucker.
No audio, no video. I really thought there was going to be like legit audio we were going to be combing through, but I think everybody thought that. So
phase 2
man,
phase 2 got to be indictments.
What I'm legit hoping is she looked at this stuff and she's like, oh, nobody has looked at this with Attorney General's eyes. Nobody's figured out I got to go after these people. And if I release this, it could compromise what I'm trying to do. So it's going to be in phase 2 that I'm going to release more. And I'm hoping that's what happened.
Phase 2, I release more with indictments.
Yes. Hopefully. Oh, absolutely. Or they get indicted, then they release the info. It's like the reason we indicted these sons of bitches is because, you know what I mean? So, that's what I'm hoping for. So, Pro, we're going to wrap it right now. We're going to try to hit it right at the trace hour movement. Where can we find? I got one question, man. I got one big question, bro. I got a question, man. I just think, as a man suffering from the racism that you and Shaka are putting out there, you know what I'm saying, dog? You know what I mean? I just feel as a white man, I'm being left out of the experience, bro. It hurts, dog. It hurts. Sorry, I'm kidding. I got one question, man. You are now. You are free to roll.
Pause, Granddad.
I just thought it would be fun to say, like, I'm left out. I'm a white guy. I wanted that conversation about black movements. Just call me John Schwartz, okay? Anyway, but I do want to do a show with Shaka, and I know you know him. And I don't mean like I'm not trying to get in on anybody's thing, whether it be this show, whether it be another show. Man, I would love to just, I'm a pretty good interview, dog. And I would love to interview him for the rest of the world, So
maybe one day in the future, but that's a true limited hangout.
Mm-hmm. You're crunching on the mic, but it's all good.
Yeah, I did. Right after.
No, he would do the show. I know he would do the show. I just want you to think about it.
Very important statement of that is a very
limited hangout, and then you crunch.
Hangout.
Yeah. Stop, I can't with that. Oh, that sound, man. That's like chewing tinfoil to me, bro. I can't with all that. So, yeah, man, we'll get together. You know what I mean? Because we got some talk. I know he's down, so happy about that, but we'll put it together. But man, I appreciate, what he's doing. Shout out Shaka for letting us, run them clips, for doing the stuff that he's doing, man. But he's important. You know what I mean? So he's an important cat. So thank him. Want to thank all the listeners for listening. Pro, where can they find you? What do you got coming up this week, brother?
This week, work and more work. Catch me Friday night flights. Friday night, 8 p.m. Catch you back here Sunday, 8 p.m. Rumble on Rumble. I don't know what all I got this week. I don't know. Work. That's all I know right now. If anything changes, I'll let you know. Follow me on X at Seaport Pro. And I'm on Facebook, Pro Richard Adams. You can catch me over there too. And yeah.
Heck yeah, man. Shout out to it. We got a lot of stuff coming up. March, busy month. We didn't even get into like Ty B. We're breaking some great, like what they're trying to do at Ty B and stuff like that in the 6 to 9. Anyway, we'll get into that next week. Very excited this week. It's a big power slap fight on Friday in Vegas. I've got like 2 or 3 guests lined up for Tuesday. So everybody go to Power Slap Time and check it out. Or follow us on Instagram. We do go live on Instagram there. Very excited about that. And excited about the Fresh Mic Protocol Shaka show. It's going to be epic, guys. And thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Appreciate y'all for checking us out, man. It's been fun. It's been real.
Thank you so much. This has been Rumble on Rumble number 61, Insane in the Ukraine. Good night.